It is night 2 of a very special Survivor Series doubleheader weekend right here on In This Very Ring. Tonight, Survivor Series live reactions. Here we go.
What's up, my family? Listen, first-time listener, or you've been here the whole damn time. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, giddy up, let's go, no notes.
That's my baby.
That's
my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored! They did it!
Slap.
What the hell was that?
Oh, yeah!
What the f*** are you talking about?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to In This Very Ring, right here live on A2D Radio. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. My name is Ritz. Joining me as he does each and every single Friday night is the mayor of Toasty Town, ladies and gentlemen, Butters.
Howdy doody.
Oh, so breaking news, folks, before we get into sponsors and everything, the faces in the women's WarGames match, Becky, Lynch, Shotzi, Bianca Belair, and Charlotte, have earned the advantage tonight. That was decided by a Ruffles poll. I can't believe I said that out loud. But this very, very special In This Very Ring is brought to you by our friends at Alonzi Travel. Alonzi Travel specializes in creating the vacation of your dreams at Disney, Universal, or wherever your heart calls you. Let their talented team of travel experts, including yours truly, create a custom vacation for you without any of the stress. Alonzi on over to alonzi-travel.com/take the trip to get in touch with myself, Birds of a Feathers, Chuck Moranin, or any of the other talented travel agents that we have here at Alonzi Travel. We've got a special show for you guys tonight. It is Survivor Series live reactions. We're going to be with you through the whole show. The show hasn't started yet. We've got about 15 minutes. Gives us some time to talk about our poll question as we watch them eat Ruffles on the screen. Talk about product placement. Cards and Comics' very own Shannon chimes in saying, "My boys, what's up, Shannon?" And big shout out to Cards and Comics here in Conroe. They are your number one spot for all your comics, Loungefly, and Funko Pops. Make sure you guys check them out just off of Fraser in Conroe. Woo! Little cheap plug there. So it's fresh off the heels of Thanksgiving. It is, holiday feast time.
Mm-hmm.
So we figured, why not have our own little feast tonight? You guys can see we have this wonderful little meat and cheese tray here. We've got desserts off to the side. We've got drinks. We're ready for a long show. We're ready to be on the air. We haven't done a live reaction show probably since SummerSlam. If we even did one for SummerSlam.
No, we did not.
No, because my mom had passed away.
Correct.
So
I don't think we've done a live one since might be WrestleMania.
It might be. So we're back in the swing of it. So we've got all our food. We're ready to go.
And it looks like the men's are closing out the night,
which makes a lot of sense given what we predicted.
Correct.
But let's go right into our topic of conversation tonight. We're going to be talking about it throughout the whole show. And it's great that you bring up the men's WarGame match. This is brought to you by our friends at SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com. Dr. Paul Vidal and his team, Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's our doc. Make him yours. Dr. Paul Vidal. CM Punk will appear at WWE Survivor Series.
No.
We see Chicago in the background here on the kickoff show. Butters, what do you think, man?
No. How many more times can I say no?
A few more.
Disagree. Ungodly, holy disagree. Ain't happening, Captain. Quit getting your hopes and dreams up, sir.
I didn't write it.
Didn't write what?
This question.
I didn't write it either.
I know. I was given the question.
They need to be slapped.
You want to slap him?
Who is it?
I'll give you a guess.
Chrome?
Maybe.
I'll still slap him. I'll slap the chrome right off of him.
Ew. Man.
I'm retiring twice.
Ooh, that's right. He did. He was supposed to retire. Man, I'm talking about somebody who's had a Ric Flair kind of career. I mean, my God, man.
Just saying, but on a serious note, no, I'm going to disagree to the poll. I do not think Punk is appearing tonight. As much as you would love to see Ryback retire.
Way to steal my bit.
Sorry. I meant to tell you, when we got here, that it's like, I don't see it happening because even if Punk did appear, he just delete the tweet and go, "What tweet are y'all talking about?" He's done it so many times in the past.
Yeah, but let's really kind of get into it, right?
Yeah.
I think we see. I think we see Punk tonight. So one, Ryback tweeted out today that if CM Punk showed up at Survivor Series, he would retire from professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't ask for a better day. Like, I truly couldn't ask for a better moment in my life right now than to know that Ryback has retired. Just because of how polarizing he has been, in years past. But then you also think about it, WWE has set the stage so wonderfully for for CM Punk to make a return tonight.
Yeah.
And even through the Shinsuke Nakamura mystery opponent, which I think gets added to the card tonight. You can only draw that out for so long. And what better way than for it to be Punk? Chrome was throwing around some ideas earlier, so I'll give him that shout out. Punk, Lesnar, Okada.
Okada would be nice.
Okada would be great. It'd be such an answer to Will Ospreay.
If Tony hasn't whipped out the big bag of money yet again, for Okada.
Pogue chiming in. What's
to.
up, guys? Punk return incoming. Frank says hello. I agree. And F Don Callis. So things are a little bit different tonight. For those of you that are just joining us, our live reaction shows they play out a little bit differently. Comments are going to be off to my far right over here. They're not on the screen in front of me like they normally are. We have Survivor Series up there. So if I miss something, bear with us. We're going to keep trying to go back and forth between the two screens all night long. But I know I'll end up missing a comment or two, so please don't take that personally. And we'll keep talking about that throughout the course of the evening. We'll try to go back as much as we can throughout the show. But Punk, back to Punk. I think you do it, right? Roman hasn't had a surprise at the end of a pay-per-view. And I see Roman's not on the pay-per-view, but they're acknowledging him here, right?
Well, yeah, because his reign's probably like...
What's to say, though, that something doesn't happen where Roman's at Survivor Series? And I'll go on a limb. Even if it's Seth, or even if it's Damien at cashing in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's Cody,
1,131 fracking days.
Even if it's Cody, let's say the cash-in doesn't happen, and Cody's team is standing tall, and Punk comes out. If he's not Nakamura's opponent, right? There are so many different things that there's so many different ways you could play it here for Punk. And I think it's a real missed opportunity if you don't do it.
Possible, but I know I need to be optimistic. I know I need to, but I'm on that,
I wouldn't say this is you being negative, right? Because it is such a stretch to say that CM Punk, who hasn't been seen in the WWE since for over a decade.
Yeah, and to know some of the feelings of some of the people as in like Triple H, Seth Rollins, how they feel.
Right.
Would it would be a super stretch to bring him back unless he's just magically made amends behind the scenes and nobody knows.
He very well could have. Or everybody's willing to put, let bygones be bygones kind of thing.
Possibly for the sake of money.
Exactly. For the sake of money, for the sake of ratings, for the sake of TV.
I mean, think of how much money you could make between a Seth Punk feud.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, or Punk Cody. You know, there's so many possibilities, like you said. You know, even with Nakamura, of course, potentially. But you know, the whole GTS, the whole.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many routes you could go. Even if Punk Roman, yeah, I think about it. You know, that could be a good one, even if, you know, Punk does lose.
It truly has the potential to just be absolutely awesome. All right, so we're gonna send Chrome the link here.
Go away. Who invited you? No.
I gotta do this so backwards. Oh my gosh.
Why you gotta be backwards, sir?
Well, just because I have so many different monitors. Like, I just wish that, and I gotta sit down and really, I haven't messed around with it, but I wish that the TV would
Split screen?
be a third screen
What do you mean? Oh,
because it's mirroring my first screen.
you can do that easy. I'll show you that later.
Well, no, so it's plugged in to do that.
No. I get that, but I'm just saying I can help you with the settings, goober.
No. I messed my point being here is I messed around with the settings.
Oh.
So it's plugged in my graphics card for it.
Mhm.
Everything's set up that way. It won't identify it. I think it's the cord. I'm just too lazy to go buy a new cord.
You lazy bum.
Well, other than really tonight, I don't typically need the 3 screens. Right? Some of the travel stuff I do, but I don't typically need the 3 screens. Daly's chiming in. Let's get the mouse. Where's the mouse? There's the mouse. Daly says, I'm going to disagree. I feel like he's burned too many bridges, not just with the WWE, but AEW as well. And that's a good possibility, Brian, right? It's very, very possible that he has burned those bridges and there's no turning back for him, right?
I mean, he would be a top pick for Impact, even though I know they probably couldn't give him the money.
He would never go to Impact.
What, you don't think you want to go back to where he started?
No. Because they're not high profile enough for him.
Yeah, he could get the hell of a schedule that he wants.
Maybe. Sorry, I'm putting in the.
Oh, you fine. No, I'm just saying. I mean, he could get a hell of a schedule with Impact. You know, only work 1 to 2 days a month. Since they like to table a lot of it. So I mean, if you're only working a couple of days a month and you got the rest of the time off, like and working maybe 1 or 2 pay-per-view a month, maybe. Come on.
Maybe.
I'm sure they could work something out. That ain't
See.
Kayla, is it? That looks like
That's Kayla, but the other girl, that is not Kayla.
that's who I was talking about. I didn't realize that was Kayla. Woo! Yeah, no, I don't know the other guy. I think that's their new backstage interviewer. I could be wrong.
Maybe. I see title. Gunther.
Gunther.
The Miz. So what we're doing in the back end of this is Women's World. We're putting in the matches. So we're going to have the match at the bottom of the screen, right where the poll question is right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys know where we're at throughout the show. If you guys pop back and forth, you know what we're talking about. If you're tracking another game or something like that, and you're not watching Survivor Series live, you'll have an idea of what match we're talking about. Okay. Rhea Ripley versus Zoey.
Let's see.
Right. Let me make sure that everything's spelled right. Yeah. Right. Zoey's name is spelled just like Tony's. I want to put this one up just to take a look at how it looks. Okay, perfect. It's on my screen because everything's so zoomed in on my side over here. It looks weird. So I'm just making sure that everything is squared away.
About as weird as you are.
But the question is, if he does come back tonight, where would they have him come out? I think if they do the Nakamura thing, I think It looks like the women are kicking things off.
Yes,
Okay. All right.
because I think it's the women kicking it off. All the matches in between, and then the men's. Where did I see it? I could have sworn I seen somewhat of a match order. Give me 2 seconds.
Pete Evans is here, so we're gonna add Pete in. What's up, my man?
Yo, can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Cool.
What?
All right, so what we're going to do is as things get started up, because normally it's just Butters and I doing this, and we're live reacting as to what we see. We're going to figure out where we're at, and whoever is behind, we're going to base things off of their reaction tonight. Okay? So, Pete, how you doing, man?
As good as could be expected, It is.
Fair enough.
It is what it is. I mean, such is life.
Yep.
But
I hear
this
you.
is my first time actual live reaction in a while. So, and then
Yeah, we
So
already.
this-
So let me get you to weigh in, Pete, on the poll question for tonight. Right, our topic of conversation: CM Punk will appear at WWE Survivor Series.
my heart wants to say agree. I never thought I would say that, but my mind is telling me disagree from everything that we're hearing. This is tough. Just from based off of the talent that has been told that he's not going to be there.
Right.
I
But I
want to
mean, would
say
this really be the first time that they've lied to their talent?
no. And honestly, I would say if he pops up tonight, I don't think it would be some type of. You could really do it without doing something long term. I guess you could say you could just be short term because you're in Chicago.
I mean, I
So
wouldn't be mad at a one night off thing because it's Chicago.
right. Because it's almost like even if he did sign long term, if there is something booked out for a little further, what would you What would you do with him after this? You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
know what I
Well,
mean?
like, what's your long term storytelling and
Right.
and not even long term, right? Long term, short term. What's your story?
Right. Yeah. Even if you look from now to Mania, what's that? 5 months?
Yeah, just about.
I mean, so and this how is that thought out and how does that look? And Triple H doesn't strike me for what he's been doing so far as someone that's flying by the seat of his pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So based off of that, my heart says yes. Like I would love to see it. You know what I mean? I would love to see him come back, hit cult of personality, have him come out in whatever fashion, just because that bridge has been somewhat mended. You know what I mean? And obviously the work rate that he would have here and how he would have to go, it's very, very different than what it was in AEW. And also if that would look like something that he may not be up to, but I think his stint in AEW recently has shown him that he just can't go as he used to.
Correct.
So I think now with the work rate and how the WWE product visually and how their matches are produced, I think that would suit him better now for him, like on his body. You know what I mean? So I think AEW was a slice of humble pie all the way around.
That's
So it looks
fair.
like we're kicking off right now. A lot of interest. Nice shot. Looking at the WarGames cage, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me know if you guys can hear. I don't think you guys can hear my feed, my TV feed, right?
No, I can't hear your TV feed.
Listen, one of the best deals of Black Friday. I forget who had them. These are the Beat Studio 3 wireless solo pros. Somebody had them on sale for like $119. That's a ridiculous deal for you. I brought these 5 years ago, and they still. I can't hear anything.
So are you hearing us in your ears right now?
I'm hearing y'all, but like everything else that's going on in my house, because I'm not. My wife is about to sit down and watch it. My daughter's about to sit down and watch it. Corey Graves with the camo blazer. Congrats on being a new father, Corey.
I think this is his first show back too.
Yeah, it is. 3 kids now. He had 2 from his previous marriage, 1 with Carmella, then 4 kids and 1 up in heaven from his miscarriage with Carmella. So heart goes out to them. Congratulations to them.
So the cage is being lowered right now.
Right.
right? We know we're starting off with the women. Okay, so we may actually be in sync here. We'll figure out as more like key points start happening.
A little drink tonight.
Okay. we've got a meat and cheese plate here. We've got cookies, we've got brownies. We're ready to go.
I have a homemade cheesesteak egg roll from the missus.
Ooh.
So
I like the little fire we've got rocking out here.
Kane's back. No.
is the cage down yet for y'all yet or no?
They just switched over to the rules. So 2 teams will be contained in separate cages with 1 member of each team starting the match. After 5 minutes, a member from the advantage team will be released to enter the match. After a 3-minute period, alternating members from each team will enter the match until all competitors are inside the cage. Once all competitors have entered, WarGames officially begins. The only way to win the match is by pinfall or submission. And we know that with the Ruffles poll, the faces have the advantage in this match.
Surprise, surprise.
All right, so it looks like Pete's about less than 5 seconds behind. So far, so
I
good.
still
We
have the
can
rules
react.
on the screen.
They just went away. Bianca's making her entrance right now.
Yeah, so I'm like literally less than 5 seconds behind you.
Oh, she doing double pigtails tonight.
Okay, so I guess what we can do is we can just
We called them
after
anchors,
people.
boys. We called them anchors. If you know, you know.
Oh yeah.
All right, so it looks like I guess Bianca's gonna go in the cage first. Make you move, girl.
She got to make her entrance, dude.
No, they're gonna let everybody come out first and then figure out who's gonna go in the cage and who's not. So there was a comment over here I wanted to bring up. Psychopath Shotzi's out. Marley disagrees. I don't see it. I think Randy Orton's the only return we get. Greg says, "What's up, fellas? I'll be watching the pay-per-view after the fact since Peacock doesn't let you start it late." But he agrees to the poll because why not? And Dynasty says, "What's up, guys? What's going on, Dynasty?" So we are getting ready. As Charlotte makes her way out here, we are getting ready for the women's WarGames match. So, Pete, we were talking last night. We were doing our predictions and different things like that.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of split I think we're a little split here on this one. I do like how they're all kind of rocking this pink.
The pink and black.
Yeah.
They're rocking the Bret Hart.
Is this the longest Charlotte's been a face?
I think so. Which calls for maybe a turn.
I think so too, but not tonight. Like it doesn't make sense. Like, what is she gonna do? This join with? She doesn't have the title. Like it doesn't benefit her to turn and join Damage Control. I just don't see that. You know what I mean?
So here's something interesting. Becky is not in any of the colors.
Well, I mean, because her nod to Austin, her being the man and how she mimics herself after Austin, now all black. That's all you get. What you see is what you get. I mean, when she was the man persona earlier this year, and she was doing her heel run, she would bust out the more flamboyant stuff like she did with Seth. So this is a little different, and it's also a little different where the women's is 4v4 and the men's is 5v5.
Well, as Chrome was stating, I guess the original plan was to potentially put Jade in here, but turns out Jade just isn't ready to go. So they opted not to do that. As we see, Becky Lynch is in the ring right now. She's going to start things off for the women. And did you catch that nod between her and Charlotte? Like she gave everybody a fist bump, but her and Charlotte, an understanding nod. I think we see kind of these two come back on the same page tonight, and I think they make a run for the tag titles. I think that's what's next.
A run with or a run for? Because you said
run four.
Like, if they go 4, then they should win, and they should have a run with.
Yes. you can't have the run with until you have the run 4.
Okay, I guess.
F comes before W.
We should just say match 4.
Automatically and go, hey, we want the match. We'll
right. You were asking me something else. You said you were you wanted to get my thoughts on. I don't know if it was something from last night's show or earlier today.
Who do you have winning
this match?
Yeah.
Interesting.
as Damage Control makes their way out to the ring. Everybody in masks. Bayley is very clearly the odd person out here.
Right. That's also I think Bayley takes the pin, and then her face turn comes, or some type of pushback where they turn on her, and then I don't even know what you would call Bianca and Charlotte, and them. They didn't do it. That's the one thing I will miss. I know I'm going back to last Friday's show when I was on. The one thing we had the whole question about, does the traditional 5v5 or traditional Survivor Series matches, do you miss that? The part I miss about it is the crazy one-off team names. Be like, what is Charlotte's team name? You know what I mean? Like, who's the captain of that team? Like, so I was just like, the Bianca and them will come back and say Bayley at the end, and there you go. But I think they end up winning because Bayley takes a pin, Bayley gets kicked out of Damage Control, and they change it to something else. I don't know, because it's still 4.
And I said last night, that Bayley ends up getting kicked out of Damage Control, and I think she goes away for a little bit. And I think we see her return as some kind of mix between what she is right now as a heel and the hugger persona that made her, as famous as she is.
Has there been any, and you know exactly who I'm talking about too, because I know she wrestles out there in Rose's promotion, I think, that the fan who is now, I don't remember her, I want to say her name is Ariana something.
No, it's Izzy.
Izzy. Is there any interest from WWE in her yet?
I don't think so, because she's still pretty young, right? She's only like 16, 17.
She's only had,
and she's only wrestling in Texas.
They're probably the only athletic commission board that approve it.
Well, and because the way Texas, in some facets, they'll let you do stuff at 17.
And from my understanding, Bayley is trying to get her there, but of course, like you said, that age is the issue.
Yeah. So here we go, Becky and Bayley starting things off. 5 minutes on the clock. Brinkman says he's locked in. Go Damage Control. And Dynasty says, yeah, I get a feeling we're getting a hug tonight. I do too. And that's another thing. Would you want to see Bayley go back to that hugger persona?
She can't go back to being that super over goody two shoes face, right? But like she could kind of do like Becky did. Becky changed. Becky was the man as a face, then came back SummerSlam of 2022 as the man as a heel.
Well, she's big time Bex.
Big time Bex. So then now she's back to the man as a face, but she still kept a lot of that persona that she had as big time Bex. And I think Bayley could do that. I mean, Bayley's very cerebral about her character, and all her actions have meaning in the ring. So she's very old school.
The problem that I see with Bayley, the only problem I see with Bayley finding a middle ground here is that we never really established what this new persona is for Bayley, right? Other than she's the leader of Damage Control, right? Becky was very clear, big time Bex, the man, those different characters, Seth Rollins, the Beast Slayer, the King Slayer, Seth freaking Rollins. What was his other one?
The Architect?
The Visionary.
The Visionary, yeah. All these different personas have all said something different about him. And you find the same with a lot of the guys, right? Nakamura, the King of Strong Style. Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow.
I mean, there's still time for them to do that. I will say this, though, to speak on her run with Damage Control. Obviously, since sans ACL injury, sans Sasha not being with the brand anymore, I think this is kind of like she really hasn't, personally, individually, she hasn't had any accomplishments. She hasn't held any titles. She went up for titles, and she hasn't won anything. Not even the tag titles at that point. You feel what I'm saying? So, it's definitely a lot to be desired from her running Damage Control. Maybe this is a way out for her to figure out what she's going to do next. That's you make a very valid point. I mean, she could take it as an opportunity to reinvent herself altogether, all completely.
And
Yeah.
she could. And that's my point, though, right? Like, you look at what she did with damage control, and none of it worked. It worked on a grand scale, on a bigger facet, right?
Right.
But it didn't work on just the Bayley, like on a Bayley level.
Right.
Because when you have a group in professional wrestling, everybody should benefit in some way, shape, or form, and as the group is benefiting.
Yeah.
If everybody is benefiting and you as an individual are not, something is wrong here. And yeah, you take out Dakota Kai, she had the injury, but Io and Dakota were tag team champions.
Yep.
Io is the WWE Women's Champion.
I would
Bayley-
say, just to sum it up to what Bayley is right now at her run damage control, is just a controlling leader who really was a leech off of others, which is the reason why she should get kicked out of it tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, think about this, right? Think about the traditional four horsewomen, right? That we all talk about: Bayley, Becky, Charlotte, and then Sasha. Obviously, has any one of the four? Obviously, Sasha withstanding, because she hasn't been there for almost a year now, right? Over a year. But between Bayley, Becky, and Charlotte, has any of them gone this long?
Ooh, we got Dakota Kai getting involved, who wasn't at ringside before.
Yeah.
But this is how
With-
this goes back to what you were talking about. Sorry, pause for just a second.
No, but
There was a conversation last night had about weapons getting introduced, and now we know how this kind of will play out with Dakota at ringside. But continue, please.
no, it's just like, has any one of those three gone this long without a singles title? Ooh, drop toe hold on the bamboo. On the
All right, so we're a
Kendo
little
step.
bit more ahead
I
of
told
you.
you.
What about 10,
9,
15 seconds?
8, 7.
So exactly 5 seconds, because my clock just hit 8.
Okay. So we'll wait till you react to who's being added.
Looks like
Shut up.
Well, it looks like it's going to be Shotzi.
Okay, yeah. So Shotzi's making her way down to the ring,
Okay.
and Bayley closes the door on Sachi, which
Shotzi.
I have a friend
Jesus.
named Sachi, so I keep wanting to say Sachi's
English,
name,
sir. English, sir.
but it's Shotzi.
oh shit.
Oh yeah, no, we
She
going
gripped,
for everything.
she gripped 3 at once and said, come here. Like, damn.
Yep, here it all goes. But no, it's something to be said about the three of them. Like, Becky had the NXT Women's title,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
Becky had the women's.
Well, she
tag
dropped
titles.
she competed for the Raw Women's title at Mania, so she was in a highlight profile. Charlotte lost it at Mania, so she was
Yep.
in a highlight profile,
Ow.
and Bayley hasn't. So the one thing I will say though, and this is a little bit different, and this is maybe between Trips and the powers that be that view those three that I'm speaking to. Bayley does strike me as the more Daniel Bryan-esque mentality to elevate others. I don't need it. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah, she's just happy to be
very
there.
right. I don't know about that. I think she's very unselfish.
Well, but no, and I mean that in the nicest way possible, right? Like, she's very happy to be there.
Whoa.
Ooh. She's very happy to be there. She's a workhorse. You know, she likes to wrestle. She likes to be involved in the process of things. But you know, we've talked about, look at what each of those three have done over the last year, and what Becky has done Bayley has done has not even come close to what the other two have done. And that was even the same when Sasha was in the company. Bayley always felt like the weak link in really every group she's been in.
But, and you know this, and I know this, and Trips knows this too. She's the MVP of the women's division.
Oh,
Without
100%.
her,
Ow.
right? It's almost like we want her to see, for her to get more accolades, right? But she doesn't necessarily want that for herself. or she doesn't need that for herself up until this point. I could have swore WarGames cage had the top on it.
Looks like this year does it.
Um,
Because I could have sworn last year did.
I could have sworn that it was closed in.
I think so. Here's the thing: if you think back, every WarGames that EO has been in, there's not been a top on it.
You're right.
Oh, so we're getting the EO off the cage spot.
Oh,
Okay.
probably. I would argue last year didn't have a roof.
No, the Bloodline one had a roof, I thought.
I don't think it
Yeah.
did. I think
Ah.
they removed it. Here's the other reason. I think they removed it because they wanted the overhead camera shots.
I don't know. We have to go back and try to find some images
Dynasty's
of.
sitting here saying WCW's did, but since it's been brought back in NXT, they've not had a top on it.
It's never had a cage. I mean, never had
Never
a
had a roof.
Yeah, no, you're right. It didn't have. I'm looking at the picture now. No roof.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right. So 10 seconds on the clock before things get evened up here. We've got Becky and Sachi. I can't do this.
Becky and Sasha. I mean,
You can't either.
Shotzi.
Shotzi.
Taking
Wow.
down Bayley, and now are you? What the? All right, Women's World Champion Io Sky is bringing a damn chain in the
I
ring.
guess chains excite her.
Yeah, whatever.
This guy. This. Listen, sir. We're not going to use this show to get your.
Yeah,
feelings.
No, you're not finishing that
This is
sentence either.
This is not going to be the launching pad for that.
Chains
It
and legs.
just stop it. Everybody stop. Something wrong with y'all.
Me, I didn't say the shit.
We
You-
ain't getting rolled
you
up
helped
up
it.
here.
Yeah, Royal Rumble is a problem. As Becky and Io go at it, this is what I like about WarGames matches. We've talked about it when we were breaking things down a couple weeks ago. Io has 2 minutes to really shine here, right? She's gonna,
She's doing that
put
so far.
the hurting on everybody. Bayley gets a little bit of a rest. The faces are gonna get, beat up here because again, Io's the fresh one in, everything of that nature. They'll give her that time to shine before everybody comes out, and you see it a lot when they do the Royal Rumbles too. They get that 90 seconds.
That's
We're
where,
doing
like,
a callback now.
Remember when side note, remember when Braun came in with Brock everybody's seen it by now. Brock told Braun, like, slow your shit, slow the fuck down.
Yeah, slow down, man.
Like get your shit in, but calm down. Like slow down a little bit. Pace yourself, buddy.
So apparently, this is the 5th WarGames match that Io has been in.
I think she was in all of them in NXT.
All of them.
So this is what the most, at least for current WWE era. War
Yeah,
Games?
probably. So, Io and Bayley have Becky up on the ropes here. And this is what we get to see. We start to see some of these tag team maneuvers come through, some of these high octane, high risk spots. As things start to kind of even out, but in just about another minute, we're going to get another face to join the fray and the tide will turn. But you have to remember, on the outside is Dakota Kai. While not medically cleared, she can still become a nuisance of things.
Yeah.
Marley's asking if Becky's bleeding. I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to keep our eyes out for that.
And she is leaning in that cage, talking to the ref.
Yeah. So, all right. So, and we're the camera work here. We're really focusing on this corner here as we get 15 seconds on the clock. Yeah, we're something happened with Becky because the way they're being very, very careful with their angles here. All right, one, Bianca is on her way down.
Yeah, they definitely keeping that camera away from that side.
Yeah, and it was for the spot too. She immediately whips Io and Bayley with the hair, and you're missing it because they're trying to be careful with the spot here. All right, now we get our first glimpse of Becky. She is down. Something happened. We're not 100% sure. Trying to see if we can get a better
She
look.
took she took the double superplex and she's been down.
Oh
since,
yes,
right?
there's somebody down there with her. There's medical staff right there with her. Pete, you might need to turn yours down just a little.
Okay. Is that better?
I can still kind of hear it a little bit. Let me make sure it's not on my end either. Nope, my end's muted. Ooh, she just whipped a chair. Interesting. Never seen that done before. Big spine buster from Bianca. And let's talk about Bianca for a little bit here, right? Here's somebody who very recently made her return to the WWE. What is next for her? Do we see a Bianca turn tonight? Could this go the other way?
Nah, not tonight.
You know, given that the faces have the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Is that better?
Yes, thank you, sir.
We don't need to get hit. So you were just saying, what if the Bianca has the turn?
Yeah, what if Bianca does the turn here?
I've been saying that for a while, man. Like it's just.
Looks like Becky's back up.
But here's the thing: if you're selling merch, right?
She's got knocked for a loop.
If you're selling merch, right? Then they're not gonna. No, you're fine. They're not gonna like. You know what I mean? They may not do nothing with your character. So.
Yeah, but you could still change Bianca, and she can go back to that hard ass EST thing that she was doing in NXT, where we see Kyrie making her way down to the ring now.
What the?
Let her have fun. Let Kyrie be Kyrie.
You don't have to sell the gimmick all the time, Kyrie.
Yeah, let Kyrie be Kyrie. It's cute.
She's got the Joker colors.
She definitely be in that.
Oh, she's just straight up under the ring.
Yes,
I'm just really glad she didn't knock herself on the stairs.
That's a huge ass. No.
What? Why? Like Raiden called. He wants his hat back.
That was a straw hat. That was straw.
Oh,
damn! Spinning back trash can lid.
Yeah.
She's driving that car.
But no, I think the Bianca turn could potentially happen. Goes back to the EST bit, right? Because she's kind of got it's kind of become like an afterthought. Right, she's just a face, and the EST thing doesn't work as a face. The cockiness works as the heel.
Yeah.
Oh,
100%.
So now let's talk about Kyrie. Kyrie's got her 2 minutes to shine. What's next for Kyrie and this Damage Control group as a whole? Because Kyrie is going to be very integral in what they're doing moving forward, especially if the rumors are true that.
Oh God! Don't do an insane elbow on this.
Oh, they
please.
are. If the rumors are true that we're gonna get more of a I don't want to say an Asian faction, right? But we're gonna start to see, Kyrie
Far East. Just say Far East.
Yeah, the Far East. Right? Oh, we're doing something crazier. Okay, so it was like a assisted insane elbow. Sure.
I mean, it's pretty much.
Io's like, I don't know why we did this, but sure, let's point at it.
I mean, it's Kabuki Warriors 2.0 at this point.
Kind of. It kind of is.
Listen, now, Andy, you just refrained yourself from trying to say Asian faction, but Butters just said they were called the Kabuki Warriors, and that's the entity that employs them. So if they feel as if it's okay, then I guess, as you were, sir.
I could have sworn that's what Kyrie and Oscar were called.
I think that's what they were called.
They were
called.
When they were teaming up before Kyrie left WWE.
And look at this. Immediately, Kyrie went stiff as a board for Bianca. right for the throw.
I mean, they know how to keep their fellow wrestlers safe. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
They don't play about that.
Plank time.
Do we see somebody new coming into the fray tonight for Damage Control?
No.
But who though?
I don't think this match
Like
sees anybody new.
how big does a faction need to be?
Well, the rumor is with that other lady that they signed from New Japan. I don't have her name off the top of my head.
Oh, Julia?
She's supposed to join these guys.
But is it? I think she. That's not until after Wrestle Kingdom though. I think she's slated for Wrestle Kingdom.
Is she?
Yeah, I think she's
I think she's because
obligated.
she the title that Mercedes won that she then dropped to Willow because of the broken ankle. Julia took it off of Willow, and I think she still has it. I think it's that never open weight championship.
Okay. As we see Charlotte making her way into the ring right now. All right. I'm going to say it. It's probably what's what I'm looking for here? An unpopular opinion. I'm a very big Charlotte Flair fan.
Of what? Like which part? Like what are we talking
All
about?
of it. All of it.
Well, I'm not with you there.
I'm a very big fan, especially now and later in her career. And I say later in her career, like she's been here forever and a day, right? But later in her career to where now it's very much so more of I don't need to be on the mountaintop, but I'm the only one that can put these people on the mountain.
Right.
Right. She embodies the idea of to be the woman, you got to beat the woman, and I'm the woman to beat. Ooh.
Yeah, so Julia's still the current champion.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll let her run that at least through Wrestle Kingdom more than likely, like to Pete's point. So,
well, it's the same thing we're doing with Ospreay and letting them finish out their obligations.
well, Ospreay doesn't have to really finish it out. He can go back and forth because that's AEW stuff.
No, but he won. He said, "Well, I'll see you in February."
He said the road to revolution, whatever. That's
right.
And that was the biggest thing is that like he knew if he would have signed with WWE, that's more obligations and restrictions on what his current lifestyle is. And hats off to him. You know what I mean? He's still young enough to where that contract runs out, he still may have a shot to be able to be in the WWE.
I think he ends up in WWE at some point in his life. I don't think he never does. Now, here's the part that I'm very interested in. We're gonna get Becky and Charlotte staring down each other.
Well, you may get a turn, but that tension may cost them.
See, that was a weird spot on the girl on Kyrie and Eos.
I was about to say, I think they were trying to do the whole push
bump
into
each other, and it didn't go off very well. I don't think somebody was in the right spot for that. But
no,
we see Charlotte taking Io up to the top, which is never fun.
This is going to end bad.
Oh, it's going to end horrible. Bianca throwing
as long as she
Bayley
doesn't go any
into the
higher.
corner.
Never mind.
Kyrie and who else is in this match? Kyrie and oh god, Becky. Here's the spot. Here's the spot we're gonna do
with the chain.
Oh yeah, with the chain because it makes total sense.
Superman punch with the chain. No,
right? Oh no, she's dropping it down. What? Why are you dropping it down to Dakota?
She wants.
Jesus, Pete. If you've ever said, "Hey, we're gonna do a callback," here it is.
Wow.
Isn't there a trash can in the ring though?
Flying can style. Yes.
So why?
Wow, sir. Like now we're calling out kung fu styles. Like
I said, flying can style.
Let it go, man. Let it go. Here's the part that makes me really nervous right now. She is not like balanced up there. She's almost slipped about 3 times. I want to know whose idea it was. Like, who pitched this to her again?
She's gonna put her. Oh my gosh! Could you imagine?
It was like a damn Digimon dropping down. Does anybody? All right. Does anybody remember Digitamamon?
Yes,
No,
That was like
I don't.
Digitamamon just jumping.
the big giant egg.
And now, like, all right. So everybody's laid out, and here comes Asuka.
So War Games has officially begun.
Once she gets in the ring, yeah. So Asuka's like, no, wait a minute. Just hold please. Hold, please. What the hell are those things?
Nightwing style.
Nightwing style on steroids.
Can they not just be black kendo sticks? I mean, like, is it that?
I think that's too easy.
Oh God, I see.
And of course, we're bringing out the table. And
Dakota, get the tables.
what is wrong with the wrestling world that they get a bigger pop than some like superstars?
What, the tables?
Yeah, the table gets the bigger pop.
Blame Bubba.
Fair enough. And the fire extinguisher, because why not? It's already out.
Why would you block the door?
So Damian Hernandez is saying in the comments that Julia signed with AEW already.
I don't know that one.
I haven't heard that. Everything I've heard
Damage
has
CTRL
been the
kendo
opposite.
All right, so we've got the heels on one side, all geared up with their power swords, as I'm going to refer to them as.
Wow.
And we're just teeing off on the faces. It's batting practice. I think Kyrie broke hers over Shotzi.
No, she was just barely whacking her with it.
Oh.
It looked bad. Like, I thanked them for turning the camera angle because it literally was just like that.
Yeah. Now we've got the chain. We're going to chain Bianca and Becky together. Because, you two can't break out of that. Like, yeah, sure. We're going to run the chain. I don't even think the chain's attached. Like, they can get out. Like, it's clear Becky's holding the chain. Quadruple drop kick, and they're out. Like, Becky sells it better than Bianca does. Becky just went to sleep.
I think Bianca's like, I just whacked my head on the back of Becky.
Yeah, but no, Becky went to sleep. Bianca's awake.
Where's Charlotte and Shotzi at?
Shotzi's in the other corner. Charlotte's over there.
Next to Shotzi.
And we're putting the trash can on Becky.
I thought we were going to play Bang the Drum slowly here.
Well, they are. But Shotzi's like, nah, fam. You bring your Jolly Rancher hair over here, and she eats a mist for it.
Oh, that couldn't have felt good.
All right, so eats the mist, goes down. Missile drop kick, takes out Becky. 1, 2. Becky kicks out at 2. First pinfall of the match.
When did we start allowing pinfalls?
When the War Games started.
As soon as Asuka came in, War Games started.
All right, Damien, we're not talking about Julia Hart.
Oh yeah, no, we're talking about Julia, Giulia. But no, I'm sorry. So I forgot because WWE doesn't do it as often. But I just, once again, this is to show my age. I remember OG War Games. It was either you had it was submission. Like I forgot it was pinfall that they do pinfall. My fault. My bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, WWE likes to change it to their way.
But it makes it unique. It makes it different. It makes it stand out. So they're setting up the table, and Io's just playing whack-a-mole. What's happening? Taking 3 people to set up a table while the women's champion is just beating people with a stick. A phrase I never thought I'd say out loud.
Listen, we're 40 minutes in since I've been on the show, and Butters has about 10, and then you inconsequently have about 4 or 5 that all could have been pause moments already.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But there's no way around it.
Even right then and there.
Yeah, all right, fair enough, fair enough. Fair
What
enough.
did I miss?
A lot.
I guess so.
So it looks like we're setting up for, what do they call this? The Tower of Doom spot?
Yeah. Yep.
Why must we have this spot in every multi-woman
Oh, no,
match?
we did it differently. All right, hold on. It's a little bit of a different one. Okay, so Charlotte didn't go.
Just a double power bomb. That's all.
Oh, no, Charlotte. Oh. Anything you can do, I can do better.
She
She's
cannot do a
gonna moonsault.
moonsault better than Io. I can tell you that.
No, but that's what thoughts going through her head right now.
And Io's moonsault just hurts a lot. The best moonsault in WWE is Tiffany Stratton.
Oh!
God
She
damn!
kicked Io square in the face.
Mm.
And I think Kyrie caught some of the boot, too.
Well,
Oh!
if you want
Watch his
two
back.
people, 2 women in there to take it to take it.
Oh, she ate all of that. There wasn't just a boot.
It was a knee.
She ate all of Charlotte. Like that was bad. Yeah, I know. I just now
Shut
thought
up.
about
Stop
what
talking.
I said.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
Didn't mean it like that.
Now we see Becky and Charlotte working together now. Little tag team moves here. They've got, who's that? Io. That's Io up for a double suplex. The former best friends are working well together. Poor Kyrie's just getting thrown around like a rag doll. Boom. Eee.
She's built like one, so I don't know. She marched to the ring like one. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Come on. Do it. Yeah! They hugged it out! The best friends are back. Only to get rolled up.
You knew something like that was going to happen.
Charlotte going for it. Bayley going for the disarmer. Charlotte trying to get the figure 8. If Charlotte's got the bridge.
Yeah, Becky about to eat this insane elbow real quick.
Oh yeah, they made it too obvious. Bayley down with an elbow. Kyrie hit. Oh, she kicked Kyrie's arm. Becky's got her in the disarmer. Becky kicked her right in the arm. Bayley hits a big knee to the face. That was scary right there. We thought it was over. Asuka misses the kick. Bianca
Shotzi
getting
about to do
Asuka
something.
up.
We getting a Legion of Doom draw?
Yeah, close enough. Little electric chair.
See, that's where Animal would just. He wouldn't even Animal wouldn't fall. He like, I ain't
Charles
going.
Robinson got clocked by Bayley. Bayley jumps over Robinson, and he's looking like, "Yo, what's happening? Y'all go over there and deal with her."
I felt the whiff.
I'm surprised. Little Flair is still refereeing, bro. He's been at it for a while,
Oh yeah.
almost 30 years at least.
Kyrie and Becky going off here, trading blows right by the table. Ooh.
Little clue close for comfort. Rose plant.
Yeah. Shotzi now with Bayley. Little slice bread number 2. Asuka went for the mist. And they gave her her own mist with a fire extinguisher. And Io said, "Here's a chair for your troubles."
And she's out. Ooh.
That was kind of gross. That could have been better. Oh, God, that's got to hurt.
Another.
Like, and it didn't even dent the trash can. But Charlotte just put her foot right through Kyrie's face. Charlotte has one of the best big boots in the business.
Charlotte is truly out for Kyrie.
Oh, Bayley ate it. She took the spear. She pushed Kyrie out of the way. Shotzi going up high. Hit the swanton, senton, I mean. Bianca's got her up for a KOD. Bayley gets hit with the KOD, and now they're gonna put it right in the way, right on that table.
And I told you she's gonna be the odd man out.
But here's the thing: like Kyrie, you didn't eat the spear. Get up and help.
Somebody's.
Yeah. So here we go. They're gonna powerbomb her through. Oh no, manhandle slam.
So this is like, all right, this carries over to Friday. Bayley gets kicked out of the group.
That is ball game.
Well,
your survivors: Charlotte, Bianca Belair, the man Becky Lynch, and Shotzi.
well, we were all kind of right in the fact that Bayley ate that pin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then Friday night she gets turned on. She goes.
I don't know if she does though. I think the saving grace there was she pushes Kyrie out of the way.
But that makes it even more. Like it's just kind of like with Sami, right? You do something to where you save the bigger picture, right? You save the other person, but it's still not good enough.
Oh, it's
but
jacked up.
But at that point, who's the actual is EO automatically the quasi leader of Damage Control?
I think Dakota becomes the mouthpiece.
But honestly, Dakota is probably like it would make more sense, right? If Damage Control goes away as it is, and then you just have Kyrie, Asuka, and EO. I don't think Dakota fits in with that. But it may if you say mouthpiece one more time.
I'm just you would need because most
okay.
don't really speak that well English.
From that standpoint, from that standpoint, I do have to agree with you, but I don't know, man. I don't know, because especially if she's still how far out from being actual in ring, but I mean, can you count a good like? When's the last time you had, or is there a Dakota Kai promo that sticks out in your head?
There's not.
But not to say that she can't do it, but so this goes to Butter's point, right? I get it from a functional standpoint with the three of them, her being a mouthpiece just because of the language barrier, I get, right? But you can also see at this point that Trips has embraced what he's been doing with Shinsuke, right? What he's been doing with EO is just, and the Asuka, he's been doing it for a while. They just go off in their native tongue. So I don't know if that, and him trying to highlight the Japanese star, right? Trying to highlight Mexican stars and embracing foreign language spoken on TV. I don't know. And now if this is Vince for sure, 100%, he would definitely put somebody that speaks English in there just for that reasoning, right? But I can't say Trips will do the same thing. So because the message with Asuka, Kyrie, and EO will still get across regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you got the great shot here of everybody sitting on top of the cage, having little bits of tea. That's funny.
With the pink
product placement is weird. Is Tozawa sitting on her lap?
I think so.
Chelsea and Piper are back there chilling out. Tozawa's sitting on he's sitting on Maxine's lap. And in come Pretty Deadly. I'm so glad I don't hear this segment.
Yes, boys. It sounds so odd to say that, but their fashion game be on point.
Oh boy. You just pissed off the fat man with the food.
Yeah, no kidding. What are you guys thinking?
Yo!
Welcome back.
What's up? I can only imagine what he is saying right now. What? Oh dear. It's oh man, it's really bad. Like every horrible R-Truth line that's ever like come out of his mouth is all that's running through my head right now.
Ruffles shuffle.
And why does Tozawa look like a young tan Ric Flair? What the hell just happened?
The ruffle shuffle.
Shut
The
your
ruffle
mouth.
shuffle. That's literally what they call it, the ruffle shuffle. Chips and crisp. Chips or crisp. Which one do you call it?
Chips?
Well, the UK pretty deadly calling it crisp.
Well, they're called potato crisp over in the EU. So
anyway, the Royal Rumble live Saturday, January 27th, only on Peacock. We will be doing live reactions for that as well. If you've never been to one of our Royal Rumble shows, well, you're in for something else.
Hell of a treat.
You're in for something. That's for sure. Brigman says, off to a hot start. Absolutely. Great way to start things off. Todd Womack, Philly Dilly, Todd. While they're doing a commercial, we're going to cut to one of our own right now. We'll be right back after this word from Royal Billiards.
Royal Billiard and Recreation, proudly celebrating 40 years and our new, bigger showroom.
Twice the size and twice the fun.
More pool tables by Olhausen. More dartboard sets, including custom reclaimed backboards. More bar and kitchen stools that can change a room.
And more bars, including pre-built and custom.
Hot tubs, skee ball, shuffleboard, outdoor, and fun. Royal Billiard and Recreation, your ultimate game room store. Now located on Bethlehem Pike in Colmar.
Welcome back, everybody. This next segment is brought to you by our friends at Royal Billiards. Get all your man cave needs at royalbilliards.com. Where is it? There it is. Find all your game room and man cave needs at royalbilliards.com. Right now, we've got Jey Uso and Sami Zayn chilling out in the backstage area. If you're just joining us, it is Ritz, Butters, the OGP, Pete Evans. We're all hanging out watching Survivor Series live reactions right here on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
Do what?
Yeah, sure, I'll give you that one.
Sir. No
What?
more yeets. No more. No, not you. The other sir. No more
He's
yeets
talking.
out of you, sir.
Yeet.
Oh my God.
Yeah, don't tell me no more yeets or I yeet it again.
That is all on you, my brother.
Oh, yeet.
That's
Sammy
the
look like a. Sometimes Sammy be looking like the substitute gym teacher. I swear.
Todd Womack, no yeet for you.
Yeet.
I feel like something's happening here.
And none of it's good, by the way.
Looks like we're transitioning into the Intercontinental Championship match. We talked about this kind of I don't want to say ad nauseum last night.
Talk about it quite a bit though.
We did because a big conversation got sparked about the Miz, and how Miz isn't a good wrestler.
Thank you, Damien.
And so, Pete, I want to get your thoughts on that. What do you think about the Miz?
Good, bad, ugly.
Underrated, actually. Underrated. Nothing crazy about his in-ring work from that standpoint, but not terrible either. He doesn't have a lot of his moveset isn't fast, but the intangibles within the ring, his mannerisms that he has, and it's the longevity. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, no, absolutely.
but yeah, I definitely think he's I don't think he's appreciated as much as he should be. Anybody who stays in Well, he's now what, 15 years? 08?
Almost 20.
Was he there? Was he there early to like I know was he there 2005, 2006?
I think so.
Because I know Mercury and I can't remember the name. Melina, Mercury, and then Johnny. Was it what they
Miz
call
and
Eminem?
Morrison. Yeah, they were Eminem.
No. Eminem before. So that they came in, and I think he came in, but I want to say I thought that was like early 06. So it's still nevertheless he's on the north side of 15 years. So if you round up, he's closer to 20.
Yeah.
He signed with the WWE in 04 and debuted on the main roster in 06.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean he's coming up on 20 years in the business.
Yeah. I mean, and then one company, multiple iterations of his
But
character.
always the same foundation.
Yes, he has it. He's just built upon that. I don't know. And that's the thing, like you said, same foundation but different variations of it. But like it just, I don't know. He's more of a. How can I say this? Is he a necessity to WWE? At first glance, you would say no. But then if you take a step back and you look at it from a bigger business perspective, he's absolutely a necessity to the business, for them, right? For them. Like from the stuff he does outside the ring, he's always a face that you can put on any corporate program that you have going on in any situation that represents your company to be a face. Always kept it clean, like never got in trouble outside the ring, never heard anything bad about him. And he's been pretty durable outside. I think he had that torn ACL. Was that like 1 to 2 years ago? Maybe closer to 3 years ago now.
Maybe it was pretty recent.
So, yeah. So I mean, definitely underrated. I mean, but if you had your choice, is he somebody that if you were running a wrestler company, everything to be, would he be out of the names they let go for whatever reason, right? Just from being a wrestler and a character standpoint, is he someone that you would have kept employed for 17 years straight or 19 years straight?
Okay. Absolutely.
Yep.
And I'll tell you why you hit a lot of those reasons as you were talking, right? But knowing that he's been able to keep himself relevant pretty organically, he's been able to keep himself relevant. He's never had any real scandals. He's never been, a problem backstage. He's very humble to the business. He wants to give back to the business, and that's very evident in what he does and how he acts and how he carries himself.
Yep.
And he's able to be. I think Miz just helped him not fall. He's able to be what's the word I'm looking for here? He's able to be a main event guy while still working in these mid-card spots. And it makes those matches feel so much bigger.
Right.
Right. So I build a company around Miz as my veteran.
Yeah, and to echo off of something you just said about Miz, is I think he's someone who his introduction to the business, and we all heard about the way JBL ribbed him and then Taker stood up for him. But I also feel like he felt like he has this personality and this attitude to where he feels as if that was justified or that was warranted for him, because where he did come from, being on Real World, being on The Challenge, and having that Miz persona out there and no one taking him serious. And I feel like the life that he has built from himself, his wife Maurice, Monroe and Madison, his daughters, his family, from the reality show, which I think has been canceled now because we haven't had a season in a while. But from everything he's built, this legacy that he's built, he feels as if he's undeserving of it. You know what I mean? Like, and he always tries to give that back. So it's very, 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 very few guys that you have like that on your roster that you can employ. You know what I mean? So
no, you hit the nail on the head here, and it's interesting. Something to note right now. Gunther, no Imperium. Even if they just usually they just walk him to the ring, right?
Right.
In this instance, we have no Imperium at all, and Gunther is just taking his time walking around. He's scoping things out.
Right. Also, like, I just checked the chat. So if you see my finger going here, going there, just chiming in what you guys are saying. If you are in the chat, you're just checking in, hit that like, hit that subscribe. You already know what to do. For those you already know who's in here, who rocks with us all the time, you already know what to do. But that is odd. But I mean, it kind of tracks for what they've been going through with the beef between.
They're kind of setting Gunther up for a little bit of a solo run.
And I think Giovanni Vici would definitely be with him longer. I think Ludwig Kaiser, forget whatever his name was before. I think he can kind of more so stand alone. But I think Giovanni, they're kind of. I think that's who Gunther's going to side with. You know what I mean? And then
Possibly
just be them two.
So a little.
I mean, that would be good.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Kaiser can be good on his own.
Well, and I think you can get a program to get you that can bridge it to Mania if you go Kaiser v. Gunther for the Intercontinental title, maybe at Rumble or something like that. You know what I mean? I mean,
you could do Kaiser, Gunther at Mania and have Kaiser be the one to beat Gunther.
Again, I still think it's a disservice to Chad Gable.
I get what you're saying, but I mean, you kick him out of the group, and what better way to get back in the group than to take the Ring General's Intercontinental title?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Right. So point here, the Jay Sammy segment was talking about how Orton hasn't shown up yet, and the crowd immediately bust out into CM Punk chants.
Lord have mercy.
Could you imagine?
Stop it.
Right.
Just saying.
I'm dying on this hill.
Why? Why? For Phillip Brooks, you're doing that? Jesus.
Oh, he doesn't want him to show up.
Oh, he doesn't want him to show up.
No.
I am saying he is not showing up. I threatened to dress up as an elf if he did.
I mean,
I don't know why you brought that up again.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's not an imagery that I wanted to visualize in my head at all.
I could have gone my entire life without that again.
More like,
I mean, we all want to see Ryback retire, but
you're more dwarfed than Elf anyway. By
gee, thanks, Pete.
I mean, he's not that wrong.
Yeah, just being honest, buddy.
I don't care. They're my feelings.
I mean, and this, I didn't even know Ryback still took bookings. To say,
oh, he does. It's every so often his stuff will show up on my my Twitter, and it's so cringy because he's such a negative human being,
right?
And then he'll turn around and be like, "All right, who's gonna book me for this weekend?" Shut up.
I didn't realize.
Why are you out there begging for it too?
I was about to say, I didn't realize he was still wrestling to begin with. I knew he was still working out, but I didn't think he was. When's the last time he actually had a damn match, even if it is in the Indies?
How should I know?
And that's the thing. Once you get that big, once you had that much muscle mass, you can never stop. You can't. You have to lift weights just to maintain.
What does it say if even Impact's not picking your ass up? What does that tell you?
Well, it says he's just a bad guy in the locker room. I think. For all the shit he said about the business, you burn a lot of bridges when you do shit like that.
Exactly.
As much as this business has progressed from its old ways, there are still certain things that are very, very traditional about this business.
Yeah, there's still certain things you just don't say or do.
So
that boy's probably blacklisted on every damn list in wrestling.
So interesting as we see Gunther and Miz go, kind of start things off a little slow here. Wheeler Yuta is the new Ring of Honor Pure Champion.
Just saw that.
So he beat Shibata tonight?
Yes.
Yeah. and they're with the TBS title, with Julia Hart having the TBS title, they're allowing it to be contested under house rules. And so Lady Frost is the first challenger, and she chose no countouts.
Interesting.
Dante Martin is back.
Mm-hmm.
Edge took out, Adam Copeland.
You could still call him Edge. I'm
Took
fine with
out
that.
Kill Switch.
Yes.
I can't believe that's what we're calling Luchasaurus. And he has challenged Christian for the TNT title on December 6th, Dynamite in Montreal. Other than that, nothing else anybody cares about.
I mean, and the one
That's
thing
it?
I will
That's your
say,
big transformation.
Yep.
as Christian Cage, as everything with his run so far has been spot on with the patriarchy and all that, I do think the renaming was a miss, in my opinion.
I honestly thought Luchasaurus was going to turn that night. I was hoping, begging, pleading, because everything was there. The looking Luchasaurus, the defending the mother. I was like, please, please, just do it. Prove Edge right. And then he just turned bitch and just, walked out with Christian Cage. I said, son of a...
So Gunther taking, to bring things back over here, I jumped on Twitter to take a look at a couple of things, and I saw all that. And that's my only AEW talk for the night. But jumping back in here, Gunther taking advantage right now. He's got the Miz, big giant boot.
I mean, he's taking with the woodshed, but the Miz is still keeping up.
Oh yeah, but this is how a Miz match goes, right? Especially when he's going up against somebody who is, bigger and is the champion. He'll put the champion over, and whether the Miz wins here or not, right? He'll let the champion have his moment here in the beginning.
And Miz still comes out looking like $1 million.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, no one in their right mind is going to think Miz it has a chance in this match, right? So,
Say that again?
But so no one in their right mind thinks Miz is going to win the title tonight. But there's also, he's been to a point to where if he can hold his own against Gunther, then it's admirable. Because the Miz is what? I'm 41, so he has to be at least my age.
44.
Yeah.
He's 44.
Hey, Pete.
Yo.
Could you repeat your first sentence again?
41? That part?
No, how you started this off. No one in their right mind, what?
Thinks that he's going to be booked to win the title.
Allow me to introduce you to my very good friend, Mr. Butters.
When you're named after a snack or a pile of liquid fat, like that can solidify, like
when you're named after a snack.
Hey, Pete, what you trying to say? You said I'm a snack? Huh?
You trust me. Listen, that was probably one of the best.
Moving on.
Yeah, I can't even touch that.
Moving.
I'm
on.
so glad I
I
had
didn't
my
realize butter was
headphones
a
on.
snack.
and that my wife and my daughter can't hear it. And just refer to himself as a snack. To ask another grown man if I'm a snack, like, what are we doing?
You're the one that said it.
I can only imagine what your wife and your daughter right now hearing one half of this story.
They both just looked at me and start laughing. When I said butters, let me phrase butters as in the crackers. Like, we always talk about this stuff, right? Like club crackers, the square crackers. They are butter flavor. Like butter makes everything taste better, right?
I know I do, baby.
Oh my God.
I can't.
How did you? First and foremost, while we're here, while we're kind of not to say a law of this match, but while we have this match, can I get the origin of how you became the one they call Butters?
Give me a second.
So Damien says, "Damn it! Now I can't look at Butter the same." Todd goes, "Any booking decision that Butters likes is never good." Marley, leave it alone, Pete. Dynasty, solid milk, baby.
Oh boy!
Oh, big drop kick from Gunther. All right, Butters, tell him the story.
Oh my God! I mean, this is probably about 07, 08.
Oh, we got a pin 1, 2. kick out from Miz. All right.
About 07, 08 is when I got this nickname. It all started at the comic book shop, of course. Good old Cards and Comics Connection. Shout out to them. But the owner kept getting me confused with a gentleman named Scott. Thought we looked about the same. Whatever, dude. And so he's like, I'm just going to call you Butterscotch. I don't know why.
Not butterscotch.
Yeah, no, just
Butterscotch.
Butterscotch. Even though, my name is actually James and not Scott. And then it just came into Butterscotch. And then it just got shortened even more to just straight up Butters.
See, I like my story better.
And it just stuck.
I like my story about this so much better. So, first of all, Gunther's got Miz in the sleeper hold here. So, how the story was told to me, not by you, and not by anybody that you still actively associate with. Either way, I don't know. I have to think on that one. Miz exposes the turnbuckle here. I was told that Rob looked at you one day and said you looked like Butters from South Park because of how you acted. And that's why he started calling you Butters.
I mean, he probably could have, but I just
Not
remember it
gonna
that way.
lie, I think I like my story better because it just makes certain people look dopey.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I would have leaned into being called Butters or Butterscotch.
Well, when the man pays you money,
I don't give
and
two
all
shits.
and no disrespect, but all you're responsible for is playing with trading cards and comic books all day long. Sure.
Miz going for another.
That was a
Gunther
very
back into
close
the
2 count,
sleeper
by the
hold.
way, too.
It was a very close 2 count after the 2 low blows.
Oh.
Gunther, he ate it though. Ooh, wait a minute. 1, 2. He's trying to go for the pin out of the sleeper. Gunther
Trying
ate
to
the
make you
shot to the
believe.
turnbuckle. I don't know, man. Butters might end up being right.
I mean, you could do it. I could see them trying to do a very, very short reign, but that's good night, Irene.
Gunther got smart.
He's like, wait a minute, there's no support here.
Because if he kicks me out underneath it, there goes my
All of it.
there goes my future children.
What? Wow.
That was. I see. That's one thing I don't like about Gunther when he does the splash. He's so
He's gonna
reserved
fuck
with
his
it.
knees up. Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's gonna
He's
try to
like-
put Miz in a walls at Jericho here.
That's called the Rick Martel Boston Crab, sir.
I'm always gonna call it the walls of Jericho. We'll show.
Sorry,
Walls
what
of
was your
Jericho is
head?
different. It's way more angle. That's the Walls of Jericho now.
That's the Lion Tamer.
Lion Tamer, Walls of Jericho.
Oh, and he tapped.
Of course.
It felt kind of just like a. I don't know if I like the ending. I thought it felt kind of rushed.
Well, a lot. But see, if you, which I know you have, but now to go back to it, if you looked at Gunther's finishes, they always come quick. Always. Like he'll take a beating and he's on offense. Like go back when he beat Chad Gable in front of his daughter and his family. Gable was rocking. Clothesline, powerbomb, boom, 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? It's like so that tracks because he just gets you to a point. He doesn't care how he doesn't care how he wins, in what fashion, what move. It doesn't matter.
It's
as long
funny
as he
that
wins.
it's funny we're having this conversation. I just got a message from Silent Hill. How many finishers this man got?
Exactly. He does it. It does, which I love that part of it because you never know how his matches are going to end. It's
What I didn't like was, so as we're watching the replays here, I didn't like him just eating the shot to the turnbuckle.
Which one? The second one?
Yeah.
When he had him in the sleeper hold the first time, he ate the shot, put he back in, and then he okay.
Yeah.
And then the flip over and he kicked out. Yeah. It's like he said. It's going to take a Herculean effort to get the title off. Title. What's up,
And
Marcus? Coach
insert
Marcus
chat
Thomas.
table.
Pro Fan Talk Thursdays at 7 p.m. on most weeks.
Most weeks. We got a lot of love from Marcus Thomas. He's a cool dude, and I love the fact that he hangs out here with us in our chat and has some fun.
Mm-hmm. So what do we think is next? Rhea and Zoey?
Maybe, but we're gonna cut real quick. We're gonna do the Carlitos commercial, and we will be right back after this word from our sponsors.
In our family, food is our daily bond. My nonna, affectionately called Mama by many, found solace and joy in the kitchen, sharing her love through delicious creations. She turned her culinary passion into a flourishing business alongside her husband and sons in 1983. Celebrating 40 years is a testament to our exceptional team, friends, family, and beloved customers. With gratitude, we look forward to the future, expanding our brand to share the highest quality Italian food and wine nationwide. Our heartfelt thanks to everyone who has played a part in our story. Grazie mille.
Shop Carlito's Italian food online. Find things like gourmet cheeses, meats, olive oils, and gift baskets. Elevate your dining with Carlito's Gourmet Italian Deli. Discover the taste of Italy today. I got to say, I was playing around on their website earlier today. They have an amazing Hanukkah section with Hanukkah kicking off next week. So I'm all for it.
How many days of Hanukkah is there, sir?
8.
And I'm not saying that to be obvious. I don't know. I'm not as well versed. 8 nights.
Correct. Now we've got a Judgment Day segment. They're back here. It's Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Damien Priest.
Little POV change.
Yeah. Here's what's his name? Dominic's in the fray now. Waiting on Drew McIntyre to show up. We're clear. Damien's clearly taking this more like leadership role.
Why aren't they all in the same shirt?
I don't know. I think they all got the same stuff.
Have you never been part of a team before, Butters?
Yeah, we all have the same shirts.
Anyway, Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar. I didn't know where that conversation was going to go, so I'm gonna things back over this way. I felt like you were getting hit with a really big bus. What do you think about this heel turn for Escobar?
I just go squeeze. It really honestly didn't surprise me. I mean, I was waiting for it.
I can't. Stop giving me so much material, Butters. Stop it. Yeah.
Why?
I definitely think it, like he said, it took long enough for it to happen, but he spoke about it in his promo when he says, like, I've been feeling like this for a long time. It's a long time coming. So once they put that in, it was a nod, an Easter egg back to when he originally should have turned. Once Ray took his spot, because in his mind, Ray should never been a U.S. champion. That was his time. I love it.
I feel like it should have happened not too long after Ray won the U.S. title.
Right.
Waiting until, the whole Logan Paul taken away thing, I don't know.
Well, it's almost like he turned by proxy, right? He really couldn't force himself to do it. He was very, very conflicted to do it. So he felt like if I can't do it, then I'll leave the nuts here to where Logan can get them. I still get what I want, but you know what I mean? And so is Carlito legit hurt?
I'm not 100% sure on that. I think so.
Because if he comes out tonight,
I did read somewhere that he was hurt.
Okay. Because I can see. I mean, so there's a rumor going around that supposedly Joaquin Wilde and I can't think of the other guy's name, and that was part of LWO. who
I
was
know who
with
you're talking about.
who was with Santos in NXT, were supposed to go with him, but now there's talks of calling up the Latin Wolfpack, as we like to call them.
They give him something
in their
decent to
place.
do.
You know what I mean? So
I couldn't hate it anymore.
I mean,
really and truly, you could kind of do a LWO Wolfpack style versus LWO right now.
Oh man, I don't know how I feel about that.
no. If Santos comes out with claw marks on his chest, I'm out. I'm out.
Marley says, I hope that's Marley. I'm having a hard time reading it from here. Randy might be the pump fake for CM Punk. It's looking that way. And then Brian Daly, what a match by Miz. I thought he was going to take him there.
That was my reaction to what Marley said. If Orton is a pump fake for Punk. Now listen, it would shock everybody, yes, but you do have to realize like Orton is probably one of the all-time 10 greatest who ever did it, and has been on TV for over a year. So if they do that, cool. You know what I mean? I don't. To me, with the options that they have, it's a win-win situation, whichever way they go. If Punk shows up, Roof's gonna fucking blow off. If Orton shows up, even though they kind of could see it coming, Roof is still gonna blow off.
Yeah,
no matter what.
What do you guys think about this match, Santos and Dragon Lee? Do we think it's gonna steal the show? Do you think it's gonna be better than the WarGames matches?
I was about to say I'm kind of excited for it. Yeah, Dragon Lee's, he's impressed me a lot lately.
It can potentially steal the night.
I was about to say it has the possibility to be match of the night.
I do not like the fact that Dragon Lee's finisher is a nod or knockoff of Naito's finisher. That's the one thing I do not like. What is it
I don't
called?
like
Destino?
the fact that this man is straight up walking down in a throw rug.
I knew you were going to say that, and you're going to piss people off. And you talk about Butters. You just couldn't let it go without saying anything.
No, because all right, so I get it's supposed to be like a poncho of sorts, right? I get that.
God. They don't call them actual ponchos in the Mexican culture. You know this, right?
Actually, no. I swear to God, there's no ignorance here. I mean, no nothing. I did not know that. Everything I've ever read and seen has always referred to them as ponchos.
As ponchos. I don't know. I mean, the throw rug part. I don't know what it's called. If we have anybody who's versed in the Mexican culture of clothing, please let us know what the actual name of that garment is, so we cannot refer to it as a throw rug.
And until then, and ladies and gentlemen, here comes Wish.com Kalisto.
Oh my God.
Or Sin Cara.
But I think actually better.
Oh, 100% better.
I was about to say 1,000% better than either one of those dudes.
Yeah. I had to pick on him a little bit because I really like the guy. There's nothing about him to where like I can't like even make fun of or give him a hard time about.
I mean, they truly hot shotted this guy at the main roster,
but not in a way that made me like not like him.
Oh yeah, no.
Like nobody wanted to get
right,
support him or nothing. He's got a great reaction right here.
I'm not knocking. I'm just saying this is one of the ones they threw NXT for a cup of tea and then said, "Here you go, main roster, here you go, bud."
Sorry.
Shut up, Butters. So here we go. We've got Escobar. We've got Dragon Lee. To Pete's point, do we see other members of the LWO getting involved here?
I think you could.
Ooh.
Rocking.
A big right hand.
Nod to the Blue Beetle colors too. Blue and gold. Right. That's Blue Beetle colors, right? Come on, brothers. You work in a comic book store. Like I go. Like you're the expert
No,
on this subject, and
no.
you're quiet.
No, not the gold.
Just the blue.
It'd be blue and black, not blue and gold. Blue and gold, you're looking more like. Give me a second. I had to think.
Booster Gold.
No. Yeah. No. Yeah, you're right. Booster gold.
See how Andy did that so effortlessly while you struggled through your Rolodex?
It's a big Rolodex.
So
I have to fly through all the colors, the names, and it's
God's
not
saying
completely
sorry.
sorted.
I don't care for Lee. Why not? Why don't you like Dragon Lee? And yes, no, my wealth of superhero knowledge is quite vast.
Not even touching that at all.
I have a lot of time on my hands, okay? Although I did get to cross something off the bucket list. Book something that I'll cross off the bucket list. So Christmas this year is on a Monday, which means Christmas Eve is on a Sunday, which means I get Christmas Eve and Christmas off, and I'm gonna go back to Disney. Do Christmas in Disney for the first time ever.
I really thought that was going somewhere. That does not shock me at all.
Remember, this is Chrome Jr. over here.
No, I would never be on that same level. I could never be on that same level as him, especially when he's gonna start living down there. No shot.
I just don't know how much there is to possibly do there. And this is coming from somebody who has never set foot on Disney property. I don't know if I would ever have, just know who I am as a person, have that need to want to just continuously go back.
So for me, great Hurricane Rana from Dragon Lee over the top rope, sending Escobar down to the outside. For me, it's more about seeing. I've never gotten to see the parks done up on for the holidays.
Okay.
And I've never been to Festival of the Holidays at Epcot, where they take you through like Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever that country celebrates, and how that country celebrates it. Like you go there and you get to see some of the traditional stuff and different things of that nature. Big knee from Dragon Lee, 2 count, center of the ring there. So that's part of it, right? I'm getting to stay in a couple new resorts because I'm doing a split stay. So there's that aspect of it too, getting to experience those different resorts. And like I said, I'm only there like a day and a half, 2 days. So it's popping over, seeing everything done up. There's a massive gingerbread house in the Grand Floridian that everybody talks about that I want to see.
Floridian?
Grand Floridian. Yeah, like Florida, Floridian. There's the Grand Californian in Disneyland. And so for me, it's that, that's why this trip. And it literally was, oh, hey, I have 2 days off and I've got points I can use. So I'm going to just do this.
Right.
I don't understand why Dragon Lee thought it was a good idea to keep trying to go up top when he knew Escobar was standing up, trying his damnedest to knock him down.
Because it's wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, one of these days we'll go, man. One of these days I gotta get down there to Disney.
Well, good thing you know some travel agents that can help you with that.
I mean,
You sure you know some? I can swear you don't know anybody.
I heard those guys are swindlers. Really, I heard they like to charge a lot.
Swigglers or swindlers?
Swindlers.
Oh no, we don't know. That's not how that works. Now I don't know what your boy is telling you, but I know what I'm telling you. It doesn't cost you a dime.
Okay.
So we got Dragon Lee here. Not Dragon Lee. Santos trying to take the mask off of Dragon Lee here. How do you guys feel about that? When you have a luchador
Mhm.
And
Mucho disrespect.
whether it's another wrestler of
Why-
Hispanic heritage or not, when they go to pull the mask off, how does it like?
Almost cheating in a sense to me.
I mean, it's disrespectful. Like Butter said, he said very disrespectful. I don't know why he felt the need to speak Spanglish in that moment. Why it spoke to him
And I
that
guess
way.
let me further that question. Is it kind of like the line you should never cross?
Yes.
No, in my
should never
opinion, I
cross
mean,
that
it
line.
depends. Like, I think you can only do that once. Like, if you're a luchador and you wear the mask and you lose it, I feel like you should never go back to the mask again. Or if you get it taken from you again, you should never, like, that luster that it had, that meaning that it had, like, you can't build that back up. Like, I was just watching something on one of the good follows on TikTok, handled by, it's called the Beast, WWE Beast 9 or Beast 9. And he had the whole like a young Rey Mysterio when he had without the mask, that whole run he had, right? So it's just like, you can't, like, once he lost it, you lost it. You know what I mean? Once you put it back on, you kind of WWE, it's a little bit different. But I mean, like, if Dragon Lee was to lose it or get it ripped off and you see his face, at that point, like, I just don't think if you do go back to it again, like, and you lose it again by any chance, I don't think it's the same.
That's fair. I can respect that.
Santos
You know what I
turning
mean?
Dragon Lee inside.
Yeah, watch this replay here. Big super kick from Escobar to Lee. This has been a solid match. Like, I can't really complain. We haven't talked a lot about it, right? Because we've been kind of diving into some different aspects of things, but it's a great, very entertaining match. I think this actually is a little bit better than the Miz and Gunther. This is also one that there's nothing on the line here.
Nope. I mean, all pride.
Revenge for Ray.
What did you say, Pete?
I said it's all pride.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Went for the Spanish fly. Dragon Lee trying to get him up for a power bomb. Big sit down power bomb. Kick out at 2 from Escobar. That almost ended really badly.
Yeah. That poor mask all jacked up.
It's kind of fixed now. Kind of. Not well, but kind of.
He's going for the Destino.
Oop, nope. Escobar rolls him through. Big Canadian Destroyer lifts him up.
This is the right booking decision, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Big win for Escobar there. Doesn't even want the hand raised.
Remember, because he was that dude. Remember, he got unmasked in the NXT in the North American title tournament.
Yep.
No, was it the North American title tournament or the Cruiserweight tournament?
Maybe the Cruiserweight tournament. He said, "This is for you, Ray."
I like that. No
Replay
introducing,
here.
no outside
Yeah,
influences.
just clean. Can't be mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's the finish. Canadian Destroyer. Wobbly legs, lifts him up, plants him, and then just locks him. There's the 3. I don't think this match would have been as good if it was Carlito, in hindsight.
No.
Yeah, because Carly, he works a completely different pace.
Yeah. So now we're cutting to commercial there. 2 weeks is the NXT
Deadline.
Yeah, NXT event deadline.
And now this Iron Survivor, just run that concept by me again real quick.
Oh, I'd have to go back and relook it up. I don't fully remember.
Like, did they get a title shot or something like that?
Something like that.
I hate to say it, but like, I'm ready for Baron Corbin to be the champion.
I don't know if I want it at the expense of Dragunov.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
He'll
be okay.
I think Tiffany ends up finding herself on the main roster soon.
I think they're
And
giving
like
it to.
I still don't know what they're doing with Braun Breaker. Like you crack this dude's skull, supposedly. He comes back early, and then he doesn't even get his payoff.
Nope.
Speaking of Von Wagner, Braun Breaker, I'm like, what are we doing? Like, is Braun ever going to leave?
No, I think he just wants to stay there.
If not now, when?
Never.
Never.
Oh man.
What is this?
Man, oh man.
What in the world? Them glasses do not fit your face, lady. That was the best vehicle they could find for the Slim Jim vehicle. A Nissan 370Z. Jesus.
Yep.
Wow. Not even it. If Slim Jim is an American product, at least you could use an American car. I'm just saying.
Like a Toyota.
Nah, I don't give a shit where it's made at, but the parent company.
Here comes LA Knight in the.
Oh my God, this is so bad.
Who's that? Who's that in the car with him?
That's
Kofi?
New Day. Yeah.
Oh, it is New Day. So they've taken over the Slim Jim mobile from LA Knight. This is what they've been regulated to.
This is the outfit of choice, Kofi. Like, God dang.
What is with the pink and black tonight?
He looks like he looks like wallpaper from
It's Slim Jim Minis.
What was Elvis Presley's his mansion called? Like a room in there.
Graceland.
Graceland. It looks like a fucking wallpaper from Graceland. Like the pink room or something.
I don't know anymore, man. I don't know anymore. All right, it's Women's World Championship time. Zoey Stark challenges Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's World Championship.
Rhea losing the title.
No way. I mean, Zoe's ready for as far as like work rate. She's nowhere near ready on the mic.
But I don't think you need to have her ready on the mic.
But you really think they drop it to her tonight?
I do.
Okay.
I think they do because Rhea, and we said this last night, Rhea's bigger than the title. Rhea's bigger than the division at this point. She doesn't need to be there. Everything she's doing with the Judgment Day is on such a higher level. It's right. The rest of it's not needed.
Right. Well, at that point, she just wanted this to have it. But I can also see that her losing it, that being the catalyst for her really trying to pull the strings and be the mommy of the Judgment Day, like and being Damien a leader.
Saying, no, I'm champion. I am now doing things.
Right.
But she's had an impressive run, so you can't be mad about it.
No, way better than she ever had the first time around.
Oh yeah.
And well, like I said last night, she hasn't exactly kept her eye on the ball with Zoey Stark, so she could lose it because she's not paying attention right now. She's so busy and so involved with Judgment Day business, her eyes off the prize. She's not worried, and Zoe could catch her off guard, and then that's all she wrote.
And Zoe, like I will say this, I feel like kind of Rhea's finisher has gotten a little stale. Zoe probably has the best finisher out of any man or woman on the roster right now. It looked this from a visual perspective and believability perspective when you're moving that fast over someone's shoulders and then your feet hit the mat and then you're getting a knee to the face at the same damn time. Like that could legit knock somebody out for more than 3 seconds.
Well, I'm gonna pause you right there because we do have another addition to our lovely little panel of people. Ladies and gentlemen, from Birds of a Feather, from A2D Wednesday night, this is Heel Chrome.
What's going on, boys?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm good, man. It's been a pretty decent pay-per-view so far.
Yeah,
what
no,
does
absolutely.
The shirt say? Downright dirty?
Yeah, this is the Bobby Roode / Dolph Ziggler shirt.
The Dirty Dog shirt. Oh, speaking of Birds of a Feather, look Who's in the chat?
I'm also enjoying a Broken Skull American Lager.
Such good stuff.
What do you think,
See, they're
boys?
highlight-
What do you think, boys, so far?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I've liked it so far.
The women's War Games match was good. I loved what's his name? Gunther and The Miz. I didn't 100% like the ending, so to say, of that match, but I'm okay with it. Escobar and Dragon Lee did a great job. Love that it was a clean win. There was no There was no interference from anybody else. Nobody turned on anybody. It solidifies a little bit more Escobar's heel turn. I think that was perfect for him. And then I will die on this hill. I want Zoey to win tonight.
Not gonna happen.
Marley Colbert says, "Did you coordinate your shirt with Kofi, or are you supporting Team Charlotte?"
The answer to all of those questions is yes.
Hey, listen, I woke up this morning, I was feeling dirty, and I just kind of rolled with it today. You know what I mean? Just feeling a little heel today.
I'm leaning with Chrome. Like I said, like could they surprise with the Zoe win? Yeah.
No.
But I also don't feel like it's
no.
Yeah, I don't feel like as the status that Rhea is on, I don't feel like Zoe is it. Like they haven't built her up enough to do this tonight.
Listen, they can make Zoe look like $1 million tonight and loss and defeat. There's zero chance she's gonna win tonight. And then what is the next move?
Where does she go from there?
What feud intrigues you that you want to move forward and be like, yeah, I need Zoe to go into this championship? There's none. Like, let's be honest, guys. We all know where the end game's going to be. We're not there yet, but it's going to be Jade.
No, see, and here's where I go with it.
Who else is going to be?
And nothing against Zoe or anything like that. I just think Rhea has transcended the women's division and has transcended the title. Like, she's bigger than both of those things, and what she's doing with the Judgment Day and that storyline just holds a lot more to it.
Yeah, but so did Charlotte, and Charlotte has carried the title 14, 15 times at this point,
something like that.
14.
Here's the thing: their women's division, although there's a lot of duds, and I don't say that disrespectfully because there's a lot of duds in the men's division, when you talk about the top tier in the main event, there's a lot of women in that main event status. And a lot of them, when you talk about the quote-unquote women's evolution or revolution, whatever you want to call it, they've all kind of transcended what – like I almost feel like people still look at the women's division – although there's been this evolution and people pay more attention to the women, when they look at the status of they've outgrown the women's division, they look at it as what it was before, like a second tier. These women are the top of their tier, as they should be treated as the top of their tier, which is why Rhea Ripley right now is the best thing going in the women's division. She's ran through everybody at this point. So unless we're going to retread, like, almost in a way, it's almost kind of been backed into the Roman corner, right? You need somebody big enough and somebody with a vision to go forward. And to me, there's nobody other than Jade. So this idea that she's outgrown the title, I don't think that's true at all.
Like the early Mania rumors I was hearing was that they were trying to pencil in Rhea versus Becky, but.
And you know what? Maybe you get that at Mania. You haven't really gotten that yet.
No.
So I'm fine with that if that's. But like I like Zoe. I think Zoe has a huge potential future for WWE. But she's not there yet. Like the chase is what builds character for a lot of this talent, and she hasn't had a chase yet. Like she hasn't. She came in and she was Trish's lackey. She hasn't had a chase. So let's let her chase for a year. Let her build her stature up.
Like, and I'll equate it to this, Chrome. If you feel as if Rhea has been that, right? And you think Zoey should go over, and Zoey is somewhat over. If they didn't do that with LA Knight at Crown Jewel, who we all know is over, like that was his, if they didn't pull the trigger then with that type of attitude in mind, they're not going to do it for Zoey.
No, and Zoe's not even close to over like him. Like,
and that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
and they
no,
didn't do,
nowhere near LA Knight status.
but
We
they
like-
didn't do it for him, right? So why would they do it for Zoey tonight?
yeah, and I mean, we like her, but like, you gotta remember, guys, you're like close to Mania season, so if they're switching a title Survivor Series, it's got to be somebody that like is going to be in a marquee match at WrestleMania, and she's just not, like, no offense to her, she's just not at that level yet. I think she'll be there. I think she's one of the few that has the potential to get there. Like, I don't even think she's a great talker yet. I think she needs to work.
Literally, before you came on, I said I think she's there, ring work rise, and her finisher is money. But like when she talks, like she kind of stumbles over what she wants to say.
Yeah,
and
she'll get there. She'll get there.
Yeah,
but like she's not Rhea. I'm loving the chaps on Rhea, by the way.
I thought they were going to come off, but
I'm glad they didn't. It's creating a whole lot of
moving on.
Cogs moving on head right now.
Buddy is a lucky person.
Backtracking a little bit, that women's match earlier.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, every year I feel like the women's WarGames.
Oh,
what in the world move was that?
Kick. That was a nice little in there. I must be slightly ahead of you guys. You hear breathing in the background? It's my two dogs fighting right now.
I like that.
There's some heavy panting while they're like trying to tear a toy away from each other. I feel like every year, guys, the women's WarGames match, the build is awful. And like I didn't hate this year's, but I still felt like obviously the men's was the focus. But man, when they get in the ring,
they tear it up.
It delivers every time. There's always big moments. That moment with Io with the trash can coming off the top of the cage, ridiculous.
You know how much self-awareness you have to be to stand up there on that height, but then to lose your line of sight and still keep your balance. Like,
yeah, keep your balance. What?
That's
I'd be falling backwards off the back of the cage.
That's amazing.
And still hit your spot.
How many times have you ever been like on a treadmill walking and you can walk in a straight line, but then as soon as you close your eyes and try to walk in a straight line, it's over?
Bro,
like,
I can go in a straight line when my eyes are open and I'm sober.
Dude, like, and then like the intricacies is to go back to that match, right? When they did the double suplex spot with Becky, like Io couldn't get both feet on the top rope, so she literally was one foot on the second rope and she had her shin on the top rope to kind of catapult herself. Like little stuff like that where they can just work so safe and just be on the fly and adaptability. It's just she's a great one. Like the women's division is such a good spot. They don't have enough. I wish they really had they could kind of almost do their own show, but they just don't have enough time for everybody. But there are still some duds in there. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Becky versus Charlotte at Mania for no title, just straight pride. Especially if they come in with the world titles, the tag titles, and then they beef up and then they kind of have it falling out, and it's just all pride. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a good little match.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be bad at all. We got Rhea center of the ring here with Zoey Stark, knee straight to the back.
Todd, stupid.
Geez. So, Crow, do you think we see CM Punk tonight?
I don't know, man. My guess would be no, but man, wouldn't it be? It's not going to happen. But wouldn't it be like the ultimate plot twist
Oh, for
if
sure.
this Randy Orton tease ends up being Randy Orton doesn't show up and CM Punk just is like a fan in the crowd and jumps the guardrail and ends up being the
Just so happens to be available.
Would that not, like, listen, first of all, if they managed to actually ever do something, that would be one of the greatest, like, wrestling, like, freaking wrestling swerves that you could see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think
It'd be
it's
a
going
hell of a
to
swerve.
happen, but, man, would that not be an amazing swerve?
Oh, I think it would be fantastic.
But then if you do that, Chrome, right? Like I said this earlier, like it's even to the point you can do that and just be like a one-off or like a very introduction, like a handshake type deal. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what you do with him long term if he signs a deal. You know what I mean? I don't know what direction you have.
I think you sign him like a 6-month deal and get you through Mania first.
Yeah.
Get him through Mania, see what happens, or sign him through SummerSlam, see what happens, and then go from there. Oh, look at over rotation.
Oh
yeah.
See, that's like Zoe's is so freaking raw, dude. So athletically gifted.
Oh,
yeah. So
good kick, good kick.
Yes. Anybody follow?
Finish her.
We just had the move where Rhea threw Zoey off the top rope.
Yeah.
Over maybe a little bit of an over rotation, or maybe Rhea threw her a little too hard. I don't know, but followed up with a kick and then a near pinfall.
Yeah, the kick happened for about maybe 5-10 seconds ago. They just did a roll. They're doing a roll up right now.
Yeah, I think I'm like 5 seconds ahead of you guys.
Ahead or behind?
You react to things.
Ahead.
Okay. Oh wow, we got a little capoeira kick right there. With a little Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
A little bit.
Right,
So
so
Rhea showcases that raw power and that raw strength.
Rhea got buns.
What was that, Chrome?
That Rhea got buns.
That's what I thought you said.
I'm almost curious, like, is her makeup? It's almost like, I don't know what it is, but part of it looks like almost like a Luna Vachon kind of thing around her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Possibly, yeah.
It looks like she has like her boots are like almost what like Dom's boots look like too.
I'd be curious
With
to
the,
see what kind of like a dedication thing she has. I mean, obviously we see this all the time. If you watch AEW last week, Swerve had the Fiend theme into his pants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or Bray Wyatt, obviously.
Jeez. Near fall there.
Rhea sells so well too. I don't think she gets credit for that.
Tells such a great story.
Yep.
Well, one of the
sometimes
things,
she can oversell a little bit, but it's never undersell.
well, one of the things is she has a very aggressive face,
Right.
which I think is obviously it's a big benefit.
Yeah.
There it is.
That might be it. Yep.
Sorry.
I do want her to get
Rhea
the
Dog?
finisher though. I do not like that. I do not like the Riptide. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
Riptide doesn't do it for me anymore.
No, you're way too strong for that. No, I can't. Because or try to figure out a way to get them above your head, like to do it from a more elevated position.
I don't really have an issue with it.
You wouldn't. Well, I mean,
what's the issue with it?
I don't think it's for her. For what feats of strength we see her do, right? When she body slams guys and she body slams people bigger than her. Like a Riptide on Nia Jax, cool. Riptide on Raquel Rodriguez, cool.
But the fact
the
fact that she could do it to men makes it
right.
more
So,
impactful.
but she's still going.
A woman.
Right, but what I'm saying to you is, I'm cool with the move, but she needs to elevate them higher. Like she stopped just there, like shoulder level. Well, if you go back, watch.
I don't think she does it
We're
all.
watching the replay right now.
Yeah, so am I. But I don't think she does it all because at the end of the day, first of all, she's lifting him up to her neck. How fucking hot? You wanted to throw over the head like a
I don't like the move at all.
Like the Razor Ramon fallaway slam. Are we just gonna? Is that what we're looking at here?
Once again, sir, I said what I said. Next time
secondly,
you see me,
when you have the kind of power that you can,
take it up with me face to face.
You have a kind. I'll take it up with you face to face all day. Let's go. When you have,
I don't like it.
When you have the kind of power that you can lift up men and slam them, then imagine the kind of force that she's slamming a woman through the mat. You have to look at realism in this.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't believe that force is being shown visually through the move. To me,
you know what? Take a move. Take a couple bumps. Then let's find out.
Oh, we'll call up Meanie and say, get us on a ring.
Listen, you're talking about the industry that like guys will do a splash onto somebody and then pin them, but then they do a splash and nobody's under them and they're fine. Or I'm sorry, nobody's under them and then they're like it's like they got shot with a gun. That's what I meant.
Oh yeah, of course. And
like
also, I think
you two done hitting your body, and it's like you're okay, like we're good. Then I do it where I don't have that force pushing back into my stomach, and I feel like I just got shot in the belly with a gun.
I'm just saying, name me another superstar who has a title on them that's doing the same finisher that they've been doing since they were in NXT.
Seth Rollins.
The curb stomp?
Gotcha there, buddy.
He's been doing that stomp for a while.
Oh, wait, no,
the stomp. Yeah, the stomp is different though.
Why is it
like different? You've seen American History X, like
why
that legit killed somebody.
Why is it? I mean, I'm just saying, why is it different?
You've never seen Riptide with somebody's teeth on the curb.
You asked a question.
I did.
Doing the same move. Baron Corbin.
Listen, end of days. Once again, visually, best finisher.
How protected was that move?
It was, and it still should be.
But
also
in the last
at the same time, the force of that move, your feet are swinging one way, and you get snatched from a pendulum, and your face first. Like once again,
so I splashed myself backwards, but I hurt the other person. Like I could really pick apart every finishing move if you really want me to do it.
I know Andy wouldn't like Andy wouldn't like.
I'm not doing that, Andy. I don't want to do that.
I have zero desire to hear you pick it apart more and more and more. Just enjoy the damn thing.
I don't want to do that. That's what Pete's doing. This is what Pete's doing.
No, Andy agreed with me, and then you just jumped down on me.
But that's what Chrome does. If you haven't done a show with him in a while, if he disagrees with you, he just makes it to where you're like, it's not worth fighting anymore.
So he's just a nuisance, is what you're saying.
A little bit.
No, it's not being a nuisance. We're on a show called Agree to Disagree. So if you make a point that makes no sense or a point I don't agree with,
actually, we're on a show called In This Very Ring.
No, you're on a platform which is bigger than the show name called Agree to Disagree. So if you're going to put your show on Agree to Disagree,
you're the one that said we're on a show called Agree to Disagree, and every Sunday after the Eagles games, what comes on? A show called Agree to Disagree. When I kick things off on Friday nights, what is this show called? Hey, do me a favor. Look at the logo at the top right of the screen. What does that say? It says In This Very Ring. Show-wise, we're on In This Very Ring.
Follow A2D Radio. A2D.
Right, but you said we're on a show.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I love you, buddy.
You corrected me. I need to make it even more important to let it know that the show is on a platform.
Oh, no, 100%. You want to talk platform? Absolutely. The platform, it stands for Agree to Disagree.
I just like to come in and break up. I like to come in and break up the jerk-off fest that you guys have where you all agree with each other all the time.
Look, first of all, we're not birds of a feather. First of all, we're not birds of a feather. Second of all.
Great point. Great point.
Second of all.
Which, by the way, catch Birds of a Feather on Tuesday nights.
Sorry, Pete. Second of all, sir, I saw an opportunity to give you a hard time. I was coming for it.
And I love it. Bring it in. Let's go. Hey, we got time to fill anyway because we got to watch commercials while they bring the cage down. So,
yeah. Marcus says that's called running the ball to put a team away. Put your foot on their neck, Chrome.
No. Don't gaslight this man. Don't gaslight this man.
So I don't know. Obviously, I don't think you guys have the volume on for obvious reasons. I did mute so I could hear what they were saying, and basically, the conversation amongst the team was Randy Orton is still not there, and Cody Rhodes is assuring them he'll be there. He'll be here in the next couple of minutes. Obviously,
I'm telling you, dude. I think it's gonna be Punk,
bro.
No,
not a snowball's chance in hell.
Are they? So they're definitely not. They're definitely not doing the Shinsuke spot tonight because we're going into the main event, right?
Yeah,
Shinsuke.
I would. They're not. They're not, which is annoying. But
because I'm looking here, because what we talked about before the show, I do not see said person on card for Wrestle Kingdom right now.
Who's that?
Okada.
Well, the thing with Okada is
oh no, I'm sorry, he is on there. He's Brian Danielson, so scratch that. I'm sorry, I can't.
I mean, we're looking at the issue with the thing with Okada is he's signed through February.
Okay.
So, somebody had mentioned, well, WWE let Nakamura work overseas. Maybe they would pay it back, but that was with Pro Wrestling. No, it wasn't with NJPW. And right. I can't imagine NJPW is having a working agreement with both WWE and AEW at this point. I would love it. That'd be great. Really,
if they were smart, it would benefit them more to be with us, with WWE instead of AEW.
Honestly, and this is the one thing about WWE, it's a massive, massive knock. In 2023, opening a true forbidden door and working with, honestly, even working with Tony and TK and finding ways, the whole idea of we got to protect our guys. Listen, WWE kind of proves it within their own walls. You can protect guys even in a loss. And at the end of the day, everybody can benefit from that. You talk about the dream matches and, you scratch somebody else's back when your big event comes up at WrestleMania. You have a big opportunity to do the same. This isn't 1980 with the NWA where you go into a territory and I don't want you beating my top guy because it looks bad in my territory. It's different now. People want the matches. At the end of the day, they get a great match. They don't give a shit who wins or loses.
This is true.
And they're going to pay the good money for it.
And that's 100% fact, Butters.
Or we're just going to stream it somewhere.
True.
Either way, you still got to pay for the stream.
Fuck you, do.
Fuck you. Yeah, I don't know. Let's not incriminate ourselves on this platform. Brother, stop asking questions.
I don't know what
I was trying to be,
I have no idea what you guys are discussing.
At all.
You heathen criminals over here.
I know, right? Criminals.
First of all,
first and foremost,
what? Hold on. Stop. I'm taking this one. I have zero shame given what it was for, and my strong disdain for wanting to give them any kind of money after.
I don't understand
the events of the end of August.
That's a conversation we should have on another show. I understand certain elements, but you definitely are a WWE mark.
Why do we still need the sword now, Drew? I don't understand.
The sword thing is ridiculous to me. He's going to come out with a weapon he can kill everybody with. What if he's an actual crazy
absolutely.
And not use it,
and then leave the weapon somewhere you can't use it?
I'm just saying, what if he has
bring it to the match?
What if he has CTE?
The match
literally goes crazy and just starts cutting people up with a fucking sword. Just saying. Why are we carrying?
There's nothing stopping him.
Why are we carrying a massive sword and weapon to the ring?
I mean, I get it goes with a gimmick, but again, to your point, I kind of agree with you. It's like it needs to stop.
Like, what if we maybe if he was facing John Moxley, and Moxley is the type of guy who would actually let him cut a finger off to make an effect of it. But outside of that,
just for the pop.
Cut me.
Moxley would be like, it's cool. I don't need my pinky. We're good. Just cut it off.
Cut it off.
Just make sure you do it between the second and the third knuckle.
I tell you, yes, I think so. They all matched. Rhea's gear now makes sense.
Wait, they're wearing assless chaps too?
Just the color. Ain't nobody out here doing Prince. Ain't nobody out here doing
I'm sitting here going, wait, how did they match?
You got to coordinate.
What is happening right now?
So is JD officially in now?
Yeah.
Yeah, JD's officially in. So we've got Damien and Drew staring each other down. I guess Finn's going to start things off.
You'll know if you think Seth comes out with this belt.
I think so.
Necessarily
But I don't think Damien
that could be
the briefcase.
No, he didn't. That doesn't mean the briefcase can't show up.
That question for you: do you think you can see a scenario to where the briefcase, even though Damien Priest is the actual holder, but if the briefcase is given to the referee and is cashing in, and they say we're cashing in his briefcase, or Drew has it, he cashes it in, does that still count?
So we talked about this at length last night, because towards the end of the show, because we were talking about potential cash-ins. I think you get away with it. Damien's like the second or third one in, right? And Seth is like the second one in for his team. You could essentially cash that briefcase in, because WarGames hasn't officially started yet. You could cash it in right then and there, pin Seth, and now you finish out the match as champion.
While we're doing entrances, I got to tell you guys about this beer I found today. Home Alone fans out there? Christmas time?
I mean, I am.
This beer is called 8 and Sand. Look at this can. Angels with Filthy Souls.
You really have to
get
that big on
it. That was a deep find in the liquor store for you to find that.
No, it's right there. It's a New England style IPA. Fuck Boston, but hey, I bet it tastes good.
You and my brother might get along, to be quite honest.
What is it? What's his nickname?
He doesn't have one. He's just got
I can't believe it's not butter.
Nice.
He's just got a Facebook and Instagram page called Beer That's Weird.
Yeah, like, could you imagine, like, Butters is sitting here talking about what stream you still got to pay for it. Imagine going into jail and you the new one on the yard. They ask what's his name. They call him Butters. Oh, like,
what's that dude Butters in? What's that weird guy Butters in for? Illegally pirating pay-per-views, wrestling pay-per-views. Whoa, that dude's a badass. Don't fuck with him. Speaking of American history,
I thought I was slick.
Speaking of American History X, I hope those prison experiences don't happen to you, Butters.
Oh man, yeah. Tell me about it.
So Cody Rhodes is first one out for his team. Who do we think starts on this side?
Seth.
I think Sami.
I think Sami. Somebody said Seth. What do you think, Butters?
Jay.
Well, screw it. I'm gonna go Cody. So it's everybody's somebody different.
It's very telling of who the most over guy is when on SmackDown, when the team comes out to help Jey Uso, they don't play the champ's music, they play Cody's music. And
yeah, exactly.
I was a little bit shocked by that.
How the hell did he get up there? Oh, wait a minute.
He just jumped right.
He yeeted himself up there. Yeet.
He just jumped right.
Man. Just because it's slang doesn't mean you have to say it. Refrain yourself, Butters. You don't hear the ginger one down there saying it all the time. He knows what's cool. No, he's gonna say it again. No.
Yeet.
Butters, don't you fucking shit.
Yeet. I don't even know what that means. I don't know why that's a thing. Maybe I'm showing my. Is that a thing I'm showing my age?
He is so hurt right now. He is so hurt. Like he doesn't even want to be here anymore.
The choices I make, boy, I tell you. The choices I make.
Man.
Why does Priest's gear look like he's a fucking Chippendale? Like, what is going on? Like, he got a bow tie on or some shit. Like, what is going on?
It's the leftover fabric from Rhea's chaps.
You see it right now. Now that I said that, right? Look, he got like a peace sign on his chest.
What an outfit! That is some Elton John shit.
Yeah, he don't give a shit. He don't give a shit about patterns, no colors.
It's like like they're like balloons on his shoulders.
And he has his
If
title.
I'm gonna take a dive, I'm gonna safely. I'm gonna float down.
She got a ripcord for a parachute, but
I'm gonna go on mute. I'm gonna do some recon, and I'm gonna go on mute so I can hear the pop.
Okay.
You'll be able to
So
tell how
Seth
it goes
started
by
out.
my reaction.
Yeah, but Seth's went down in the ring. They're not doing a fifth entrance. They're gonna wait. It'll be like KO for a couple years ago in NXT.
like I said, it's a win-win situation. Either they go with Orton or they go with Punk. It's a win-win situation.
Pete,
Yo.
it's Sting. It's the fake Sting.
Oh God.
Pete knows where I'm going with that. Pete watched back then.
Yeah. Yes.
Still one of my favorite.
Back in his day.
WarGames match.
I did just watch what we were talking about the last show that we were all on when Chrome popped in. Survivor Series 2015, where Sting made his 2014, where Sting made his debut. I watched the whole match.
Well, that's one way to start a match.
I watched it yesterday at work.
Okay. Scorpion Death Drop is no joke, boys.
No, it is not.
Hell no.
The lead into like you just gonna let him
starting things off.
I just got booted out of Peacock. I gotta go back in.
Just imagine like you gonna let another grown man pull your head backwards to drop you in the back of your fucking head. Like,
I'll tell you what, I miss Hunter in the ring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never thought you would say that, but now that he's not,
oh my God,
like, you can see
Hunter
it,
was
like,
always
how
like,
physical. Yeah, like how physical he was even in that match. The match we were just talking about, that from Survivor Series, like, and it's even in his suit, like just the aggressiveness of his execution of his moves, man. It's just.
When I love that high knee, like the high knee, the spine buster, like all his little signature bits that he would do. It was always well timed. He never really chained a lot of them together. It made the story better.
Like even like so from that specific match, when he really got involved when it was down to Ziggler and Seth, he gave one of the most vicious clotheslines I've ever seen to Ziggler.
He always gave it an amazing like you look at Hunter, right? And first of all, you could tell when you watch him who his influences were: Harley Race, Arn Anderson, Ric Flair. You know, his spine buster was vicious. But you look at him and like I don't think that WrestleMania 30 moment with Brian Danielson is as even epic as it was if you don't have that opening contest against Hunter where he made him look unbelievable.
Like $1 billion.
And I feel like part of that, because that was supposed to obviously be the CM Punk match with Hunter at Mania, was oh, you want to go on a podcast and talk about how I have an ego and I can't put guys over? Well, fuck you. I'm going to show you exactly what I can do with a guy who works your same kind of style at a Ring of Honor and gave us one of the, in my opinion, one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of the last 15 years.
Probably arguably the greatest opening WrestleMania match of all time.
I still think that's Brett and Owen, but it might be 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Brett and Owen is tough to beat.
I forgot Brett and Owen opened up WrestleMania 10.
Yeah, it's a tough one to beat, but
I'm sure we'll talk about it come WrestleMania season.
Oh.
On the bad back.
But yeah, going back and watching that old Survivor Series, man.
Yeah.
And just seeing Hunter take a bump, I'm like, God, I wish this guy was still in the ring.
Yep.
Look at
I was thinking about it the other night. Like I haven't watched any of the old stuff in a while, but I was on my way home and I was thinking about this upcoming show and what we've been talking about lately and the really good conversations that we've been having. And I think about the cast of characters that you have on the roster right now and just some of the matches that they could have had with Hunter.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I'll tell you right now, the one match I would love to see with a current superstar, it might surprise you, but I think they would have an unbelievably epic match. Hunter and Gunther.
I think that'd be fantastic.
Oh my God. Because Hunter's the type of dude that can go in there with a guy like Daniel Bryan who works that indie style, but then he could go out there and he could have that like just brutal brawl beatdown style with like a guy like Brock Lesnar. So to think what he could do with Gunther, who's just such a professional wrestler like Hunter was, oh my God, I can only imagine what that.
People don't realize like Hunter was big as shit.
Yeah. All right,
like,
we got
he was always
10 seconds to the next competitor coming in here.
And Judgment Day has the advantage, right?
5.
So you're like 3 seconds behind me.
I think it's JD.
Okay.
Here comes the midget.
You are correct. Look at the braids on him.
Seth's like, nah, bitch, get out.
Hey Pete, you're a sneaker guy. What kind of Nikes are those on Finn's feet?
He always wears Jordans, and those are
they Jordans? I thought I saw a Nike symbol on there.
No, so they are. If they're not Jordans, then they're Air Force Ones, but they could be an all-white Jordan, and even Air Jordan ones have Nike signs on them. They don't really very subtle detail to be a Jordan sign.
They do kind of look like they
look like Jordan ones.
Yeah. Because there's 100% a Nike sign on the inside of them.
Yeah. I don't know which Jordan ones they are, but like even so, I'll give you an example. Like the way the sneaker game has this crossover in the wrestling, the Young Bucks do it the best. Like the Young Bucks had on Gia Kobe 8s, I want to say at the pay-per-view, and those shoes are probably worth like $2,500 a piece, a pair.
Damn.
So,
and this is the part where I am lost.
That's why I went. Sneaker expert.
If you like making money, you got to find a way, because it is money to be made. It's $1 billion a year industry, multi-billion-dollar a year industry.
That's crazy though.
Like,
yep.
I'm sorry. The fact that people spend that much money on sneakers.
Well, you got to think like with Kobe Bryant, like you're getting a shoe that he's never going to physically wear again, obviously, and then that shoe was released with his daughter. The proceeds went to her foundation, and they did it in limited pairs. Ooh. Just think of the most limited pops. You know what I mean? That are now worth whatever.
To some aspect, I get it. But some other shoes that aren't really that limited release or anything, I don't see a point in spending that money on those shoes.
Well,
like
I'll put it.
My brother has some shoes that he'll never wear.
I'll put it to you this way. I mean, I think the collecting of like tons and tons of shoes is kind of crazy. Although the long-term value of them, it's a great investment.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
But I will tell you, as a person who didn't really care about sneakers, maybe like I did when I was younger, then I stopped, and then I'm getting older, I like am more so. There is a difference in the quality of what you spend on. Like it's not just the name. There's definitely a difference in the quality of the sneaker. And as I get older, and I get more and more uncomfortable on my feet, and I want to find something that's.
You got to pay for comfort, baby. Got to pay for comfort.
No, you pay for the quality. So sometimes maybe it's okay to spend it once or twice, and not be crazy and spend it on 10 pairs, Andy. But 1 or 2 pairs that really suit you and fit you, and it's your style, they're worth it. Believe me.
I can go on.
Fixing to have the new guy coming in.
The shoes I've resold on one site, and I can tell you how.
Hold for 1 second.
Go ahead.
Butters, do it.
Yeah.
Fucking shit.
Jey Uso on his way in. Seth is down. We have JD and Finn both standing there waiting with. Oh, here we go. He grabbed a chair from the crowd. JD and Finn were standing with the Kendo 6 waiting, but now Jay is teeing off with the chair. Oh, there we go.
So on my time on StockX, I have sold 46 pairs of shoes for $15,000.
So I said it's a good long term.
Yeah.
If you're willing to buy a pair and barely wear them, and then sell them 8 years, 10 years later, you're going to make a lot of money back on your investment.
Not to Rikishi right there to his dad real quick.
Big step up in injuries to JD and Finn.
And the crazy thing is, just not even necessarily exclusive sneakers. Jay wears regular Air Force Ones, lows at that, right? Yeah. Just I don't know if we ever was seeing a point where we see wrestlers in regular basketball shoes or street shoes, just as far as the ankle support of it, it's just functional, right? You feel what I'm saying? It's just, it's amazing.
Well, a lot of them now wear the kick pads with the sneakers under. They don't necessarily wear boots anymore.
Right.
Which I think is kind of indicative too, where, the athleticism and everything else like that.
Thank God Jay rolled his shoulder there, rolled his neck there, because that could have been bad. That could have been a Roderick Strong spot.
Oh,
yeah.
Rollins with a save.
It's fun seeing Rollins and Jay kind of teaming up here a little bit. A little different dynamic than we're used to.
I do think it's a huge swing and miss by WWE by not having Roman on this pay-per-view.
Not having Roman what?
On this pay-per-view.
I completely agree.
Yep, and that's on Roman because, with his stupid limited schedule BS, you want to be champion, you need to, show up and do the work.
Listen, see, the only thing I would say to that, Butters, is this. You say that because you can't do it. If you were in a position to be able to do that at your job, at any job, if any of us were at the position to be able to have that stroke where we can work a limited schedule and make what he makes, we would all do that.
And the other thing I'll add in, and we don't know how true.
10 seconds.
I'll say that we don't know how true the report is either, but there has been things that have been put out there that his body.
Ooh, hold on. A little tension right now.
All right. So a little tension between Priest and Drew on who's going to be the man out. It ends up being
maybe
Priest.
He just wants the big muscle in for last.
The thing we got to keep in mind too is, and whether it's true or not, it is just a fact about the human body. When you go through things like cancer and stuff like that, your body doesn't necessarily recuperate the same way it did. Every time you get hurt or you have a medical issue, like a major medical issue, you never get back to 100%. You might get back to feeling somewhat normal and you adjust to a new normal. But, we've seen a lot of stuff go out there that Roman's body's feeling a little bit worn down from battling cancer multiple times. And maybe there's a truth to that. And I'm of the belief, and we'll cross this bridge when we get there, that I think after Mania, Roman's going to take a significant amount of time off. What is that?
Which I'm okay with. I think he's earned it.
Damien with that police baton.
Is that what that? I thought that was a knife at first. I was like, is he?
No, that's the extendable police baton. Yeah, on metal too.
It just looks really weird.
Wait.
And I think other than him not being on the cards and different things like that, I think to some extent he's earned the opportunity to go away for a while.
Agreed.
I'm not talking like 1 or 2 or even 3 months. Like, go away for like a year.
At least be on your big pay-per-view. You can miss the small ones, fine, whatever.
Well,
but at least be on the big ones.
I agree with you on that, Butters. I feel like SummerSlam, Survivor Series,
The Big Four.
Yeah, like even Money in the Bank to me is not necessarily something he needs to be on unless you want to tease like the, cashing in the same night. Maybe you add but any other cards, they're not a necessity. But like I feel like particularly the traditional original 4, like you need to have your biggest champions on those cards.
So who is it on? Is it on because
it's one of your bigger cards? Chicago,
right?
Your big
is this on trips that's not pushing the issue to have them on and not creating some type of storyline or some type of story to have him here?
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to it's hard because I don't want to put blame on anyone because I don't know.
It's probably more along the lines of contractual agreements that he pretty much has to say when he can take time off.
Right, but I think there's other elements to why that contractual agreement is in. I think part of it is a stature. I think there's other elements to that as well.
Remember, he did work. He worked Money in the Bank, and he also worked the Saudi show before Money in the Bank. So he did have a period earlier this year where he worked 3 pay-per-views in a row. He did Mania. He did the Saudi show where he went for the tag team titles, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then he did Money in the Bank,
which is one we could have did without.
Right, which he did the 3 versus 3.
Although you know
what I mean.
The
tag title, the tag match.
Saudis are paying.
Sammy's getting ready to go in the ring right now. Gets the kendo stick from JD. It's interesting to note that the Judgement Days had the advantage, but every time the face comes into the ring, they've easily been overpowered.
Yep.
But that's true villainy there. That's true villainy. Well, if you have
they can't pull off the next Royal Rumble,
right? Like, how many people did you have in the Foot Clan versus 4 Ninja Turtles? Like, come on now.
That's a fair point. That is a fair.
He's right. He's right on that one.
Wait. These guys are Power Rangers. How many putty used to come out after the Power Rangers?
Putties, but yeah, okay.
Huh?
Yeah, you'd have at least a good 10 or so.
Putties, but whatever.
I said putties.
There's an S at the end.
Oh. Like how many henchmen did Penguin have? You know what I mean?
But hold on. Now I'm more interested because you've got the 4 guys in Team Cody. Which one is which turtle?
Shit.
I'd say Cody's going to be Donatello because he's the brains.
Agreed.
Seth is Leo.
Sammy's probably more like Mike.
Seth is Leo, which puts Jimmy as Raphael.
You just said Jimmy. Jay is Ralph.
Yeah. I think it's perfect. Seth is Leo. Jay is 100% Michelangelo, especially when he's drinking at a press conference.
So you think Sammy's Raph?
I think Sami is definitely kind of Raph.
Yeah, I was when he that he can also be that lone wolf kind of.
Think second.
Well, like him coming out, right?
Yeah,
costing Priest the cash in, right? When he had the hoodie and all on. That's like when Raphael went out in the movie with the trench coat and the hat.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, Sami just broke off a piece of metal.
Where he didn't break? That was staged there. Like it was just
that was wedged at the top of the cage.
So who put that there?
They're in all 4 corners.
Little frog there from Sami.
Yeah, they have them wedged up in all 4 corners. I hope they bring out
maybe a way, I guess, to keep the top corners together.
And here's one thing I'll tell you, just outside of the match, with Endeavor now being involved, I think you're going to, for one, get more non-North American PLEs and bigger stages.
Oh,
'Cause
absolutely.
so which
100%.
means that you're going to
We're already
see
seen
they're
it with
going to
the, what, 2 or 3 we got now?
you're going to get Paris Money in the Bank next year, I think, right? You got Elimination Chamber in Sydney. I know some of these things were already on the books, but I think you're
And then I
going to
think-
start to see their bigger stars get treated like prize fighters. They're going to work very, very limited schedules.
And then I think what you've also got, I think it's what, Backlash in Germany.
Yeah.
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 That was their most recent one they announced, I think.
Elimination Chamber in Australia. 10 seconds.
And then Money in the Bank in France.
Which Paris is not all it's cracked up to be. If anybody is from Paris in the chat, I'm sorry. I've heard too many horror stories.
I think it's interesting that Dom's the last one.
I think
He's the weakest henchman. So I don't know. He looks like a WWE 2000 WrestleMania 2000 creative star. I swear. Every time I see him, like, how is somebody that big, that like Jesus?
You think? I think he looks like late '97 Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie wasn't nowhere near. I mean, frame wise, but Eddie was nowhere near as tall. That's it. It doesn't do him justice. He's
Peter, you talking about Drew or Dom?
I'm talking about Drew. I don't know.
We're talking about Dom.
Yeah, we're talking about Dom.
I'm talking about Dom. I was talking about Drew. That's why I said when he was walking to the ring because he was actually on screen. But yeah,
I said it's interesting that Dom's the last one in.
And I said I think he's because he's the weakest henchman. So.
Oh yeah, and then we were continuing the conversation, but you started the whole conversation with yourself.
Yeah. Well, I thought I wasn't
really
by
wants
myself.
J bad.
Yeah.
Really, Butters? That's what we're going with.
Let it go.
Badly.
All right, here we go. Back to Monday night. We got Drew and Jay battling it out.
What the hell was that? You want to talk about Power Rangers? That looked like something from the Black Power Ranger. That hip hop keto.
He eating that shirt.
I knew it.
Stop it.
He couldn't refrain. He has no self-control. He's just melting all over the place.
Just melting all over the place.
Fucking
Pete, I'm sorry you got to put up with this, man.
Walking melting pot.
Not Pete. Never mind.
Sexiest butter alive.
Oh, stop it.
Oh my God.
Why do we do a show with him?
He sure. Hey, who is he sitting next to?
Good sentence. Great job.
Who is he sitting next to?
Shut up. All right, so it'll be Cody, then it'll be Dominic, and then we'll figure out who's the fifth member, right? Yeah, that'll be the order.
Like, I feel like this is like it's the big payoff where I felt like last year's WarGames, like it was more emotion throughout the entirety of the match versus what we have.
I feel like last year's WarGames was just a hodgepodge. Like 10 seconds.
I guess you can kind of say that. It's crazy that we had this build up for the whole summer, right? And I felt like last year's WarGames was like a full year's build up, right? So it's kind of the same thing. It's a shorter time frame, but at the same time, I still feel like the match is going on but everybody's waiting for the fifth member, and I probably will go dark. I suggest we all go dark, go mute, or whatever else, so you can actually hear your volume for that fifth member, whoever it is, because the pop is going to be.
Oh, yeah, we typically do. We mute ourselves, turn the volume back on, and we get to hear the pop of it. You know, we did it for Cody at WrestleMania this past year. We did it for Sami in Montreal.
You gotta
Big back body drop from Cody to JD.
You got to get to your point from earlier. They had the advantage. Here comes the good guy, and
Well, now, and to some extent, right, this is Cody's time to shine, but what the hell? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, he's got the bull rope.
dang.
That's not a nod to his daddy. What are we doing, Seth?
Didn't they have a bull rope match?
No, I don't think so. Not these two. Clocked him with the bell.
Oh,
And ding! I don't know if he's coming.
Who?
That's what they're saying. I don't know if he's coming.
We got to be under a minute or close to under a minute for Dom to get in, and then
Yeah, we've got to be closed.
everybody's waiting for that 3 minutes after Dom gets in.
Yeah, no one's gonna care that Dom comes in.
At all.
They used the bull rope in their Hell in a Cell match. Chrome went dark, and he just put it in the chat. So 10 seconds before Dom comes in. Unless Dom just eats an RKO from out of nowhere. God, that'd have been a twist.
What's a twist?
Now I do see Eddie when we're talking about Dom.
Yep.
And like
Especially with the mullet.
In the ropes.
Yo, yeah. All right, 3 minutes started.
I just need him to fill out more, bro. Like, I don't know.
A little more muscle mass, you think?
Yeah, man, for sure.
Speaking of Eddie,
even if it's not
he
like
hurt us.
throughout, like it definitely is like in the chest area, like the upper body.
Mm-hmm.
Like your ring gear, especially if you're wearing a top, like it can't. Oh shit!
Dom's about to get hurt.
Bad.
Dom's oh, yeah, poor bastard. Not what I thought was going to happen. Okay. I thought they were going to super kick him.
Have you seen Sami ever throw a super kick?
No, but there's a first time for everything. All right. So Cody and Dom squaring off. Jay's in the corner with Damien. Sami and Seth are setting up a table as Cody sends Dom into the steel cage and Sami kicks him out of the way. So they're setting up the table. Finn's still down. JD McDonough, I think, might be dead. McIntyre's on wobbly legs.
What if Orton comes out and then after the match, CM Punk's music hits, he takes out Rollins, and then Priest cashes in?
Oh, boy.
Maybe.
And you play back to
That'd be a wild ending for sure.
And you play back to Survivor Series when the Shield debuted for CM Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. All right,
Should be getting close.
Come on.
Going dark.
Like my anxiety is just going through the roof right now. There's a small part of me that feels like it should be CM Punk at this point. Oh, we're doing like a triple choke slam? Sure, this works.
Looked cool.
Actually, it didn't look that bad.
No, it looked cool.
Nice. Nice and clean.
Super clean.
Damien directing traffic, sending everybody up to the top. on a moonsault. Finn coup de grace. Front splash from Dominic.
Yeah, everybody about to get something. Whoever coming in the ring now about to clean up house.
Oh, yeah. Easily clean up.
I said it's a win-win, even if it's Orton, if it's Punk.
Yeah, no, 100%. But in that, guys, everybody's gonna mute. There will be a little quiet here. We'll stay on camera so you guys can see. But we want to hear this pop, just like we've done in the past for WrestleMania, as Damien sends Seth Rollins through the table. All right, here we go. We're gonna mute now.
We'll be back. Interesting.
Wow. Let me know. Okay, is my volume too loud?
Yo, he looks like
Fucking looks amazing.
But it's Randy Orton, and he looks like $1,000,000.
Yeah, he looks great. And what's his name? Finn's like, what the fuck?
Look at Damien.
He's like,
He
we're
looks
dead.
he's looked in years. He
Dead.
looks
We're Damien straight up. We're dead.
he looks jacked.
Oh, he gonna hurt somebody. Close the fucking door. Oh, he gonna hurt somebody. Of course, there goes down. Big clothesline from Randy. Another big clothesline. Skip. Huge power slam from the Viper.
Fastest hips in the business.
On the McDonough.
The only people who can
Send
deliver a
McDonough
power
into the
slam
steel
better
cage.
is Dustin Rhodes. His power slam was money too.
Yeah. There's Finn. Finn gets sent back in. Oh, we're gonna hang him up a little. Vintage Randy Orton.
I just want to see those beautiful letters.
Boom. Drops Finn.
He looks bigger.
Now you're left with the Hitman. He does.
Dude, what the shit?
Dude, he looks jacked. This crowd is going insane.
He looks like he's almost the same size as Drew.
He looks unbelievable. Look at this. Like, this might sound weird, but look at like how toned he is. Like, he is jacked up.
Yeah, no.
For someone who's been
Best
as long
he's
as
looked
he
in
has.
years.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, so Damien's slinking over here too. Big right hands. Damien getting some shots in now. Two big men working together.
Is that a Rumble or a Mania tease?
Can we?
Orton and Drew?
Maybe. Maybe.
I'd say at least a Rumble.
Remember when they
the
did
whole
it before?
contract
It was COVID. It was
I-
COVID. Remember?
I
when they did
muted
it
real
before?
quick, and when they were doing the face-to-face, the crowd was going insane, and when Priest interrupted it, they started booing.
So yeah, very possible.
Remember they had when Drew had the title, Orton took it off for a little bit. That was all during the COVID era, so they never got the chance to really do that in front of a live crowd. So I can see them running that back.
And they had a great match.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're gonna spike all of them. Everybody gets a spike. That's beautiful.
Love that spot.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Randy's going to that place. Damien's in his sights. Damien's first one stirring. Ooh, wait, no. He turned to Jay.
I had a feeling.
Ooh. I didn't forget. Oh, and he saves Randy with a super kick. RKO!
Oh, it's so beautiful. Still beautiful.
I think Rollins just hit Damien with a stomp.
Priest just got stomped on.
Oh, he cut it on Balor.
Haluva kick.
Haluva kick.
Jay gets the pin.
Uso splash. Ball
from across the ring.
What are you doing? Pin somebody.
JD. Crossroads on JD.
JD, you poor son of a bitch. Run, Tiny. Run. Oh, I don't like
They're
it.
gonna throw it. They're gonna throw him into a super RKO watch. I swear.
Dude. Dude. I'll tell you right now, this is it. This is the clip. 3 hours. Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, when your boy know, bro.
It's like, feed me. Feed me.
More?
It's like he getting ready to catch a punt.
Seth and Sami send JD RKO no! From the top bottom. Woo! That's it. He's dead. All right, we're gonna hit Crossroads on Damien now. Randy and Cody, old legacy. Crossroads. There's the pin. 1, 2, 3. Ball game. Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, and Sami Zayn win the men's WarGames match.
When's the last time both face factions have won WarGames?
Now we get the turn.
Yeah.
Is he gonna arcade Cody
Yep.
or Jay?
I don't know. Maybe we don't.
It's gonna be Cody, and then they're gonna face each other in Saudi.
What comes
That's
up
a good
next?
point. Saudi.
You have a Saudi event in December.
I thought Rumble
or early January.
Yeah, I think it's early because that's when they launched the WWE experience.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
maybe not. I don't think there's
I'm
anything
not-
until Rumble. Randy does look good though.
You like to Chrome's point. Randy just came back after 500 days. Whose music is playing right now?
Is it Cody's?
Yes.
Well, that's because Cody got the pin. That's why.
That shit doesn't matter. 'Cause there's been other people that's gotten the pin and their music hasn't played.
No, it's usually who gets the pin.
But I mean, needless to say, like Cody he's the future face of the WWE. So it is what it is.
Oh, easily.
You do not see this dude in the street clothes. He always had he's always suited and booted, still with the ugly fucking tattoo on his neck, but product placement.
Look at it. Just click, boom.
It looks like he's on a headbutt dive.
A lot of props to JD.
Yeah,
doing that spot.
That's a lot of trust, bro. You got to have
a lot of trust.
You can see he gave himself up where he put his hands behind his back.
The ultimate trust fall.
Yep.
Yeah. There's your caption. The ultimate trust fall.
I still think Sami and Jay need to be a tag team. Like they fucking got handshakes, bitch.
Yeah.
No turn.
Look good.
Randy got a new tattoo too.
Wow.
Randy look like
Randy
shit.
didn't take
like,
a whole lot of
this
bumps
is-
either.
This is different than the Performance Center. He was like he gassed already.
Yeah.
That's different for him to be that big, and he probably won't be able to work at that weight.
Yo! Yo!
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
God!
No fracking way. They're
No
just
fucking
teasing.
way.
Oh
No
my
fucking
God.
way.
Oh!
What? What?
Oh my God!
What the?
Oh my God!
No way!
I think I'm just
Yo.
dying inside
Oh my
right about
God.
now.
Ryback retired.
Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is in the building!
First time in almost 10 years, his last WWE appearance, Royal Rumble 2014. Oh my God.
I am fucking speechless, bro.
Oh my God.
It's club time!
I didn't think I would be excited about this. But I'll be honest, I'm pretty fucking excited about this right now.
What a get! Oh my God!
They kept a hell of a secret. What a freaking swerve.
Just don't jump. Just don't jump into the crowd.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Don't jump in the crowd.
God.
Dude, you never thought if Vince was still there, if Endeavor wasn't behind it, you would never thought you would see this. I can't believe I was saying this feels right.
This feels
This
way
feels
better
so right.
than W ever did. This is a chance to come back and right a wrong. Oh my God. That's it. They went off the air.
Dude, what did we just see?
Oh my God.
Oh my God!
I'm speechless.
It was so well done.
I
Oh,
don't
looks like
know what
somebody's
to say.
retiring tomorrow.
Tomorrow, bitch retires instantly.
Yeah, like someone get on Twitter.
Somebody
Oh, I bet they're roasting
but like,
his ass right now.
back. You're retired. Yeah, like what? What?
Wow. Wow.
I don't even have words for it. Like,
What does this? Where? What?
all right, I'm gonna bring you guys over to this other screen here so that we can have a proper conversation about this. Okay. All right. So
Can you? I can't.
I don't have words. And like,
The way it was done, the secretness of it.
I got to run it back for the commentary though. I didn't hear the pop. We didn't hear the
Yeah.
pop.
There was no
we
commentary.
didn't know. No, we didn't hear the pop at all.
No, there was no commentary. The music hit, and that was it. It was they went radio silent. No one said anything. Well, I think he said it for the first time. It's cold, but he let it breathe for a while.
Yeah, it's on Twitter already. WWE never say never. CM Punk has just returned to WWE at Survivor Series.
Bro,
like nobody's mad about this, right?
Wonder if Cody was involved in this too.
I bet you he was.
he had because when you do something like this, you have the men. But this is also the same token. You figure he hasn't been there since what 2014.
24 Royal Rumble. I was at his last WWE event. It was Royal Rumble 2014 in Pittsburgh.
Okay, so
When Kane basically took him out of the match, and then he just never appeared on WWE television again.
So here's the thing, right? From that moment on, who is still there now in that locker room that was there then?
Hunter.
But
Seth.
Hunter has it. Hunter has a different eye of the
Roman.
business now.
Seth
You know
and
what I mean? Roman had just got there, but like people who would have had stroke at that time that have an issue with him.
Well,
Nobody.
it's not an issue with past stuff. These guys are friends with people.
I think it's an issue with stuff he said already.
Like these guys are. It's not even that. These guys are friends with people in AEW. They understand what went on in the locker room. And when you just came out of this whole thing with Vince, right, and the rapport was down, there's worries and concerns for the talent when rapport is building back up that you're going to bring somebody in, seeing what he literally just did. Torched the locker room. There's a concern there, and it's understandable. However, I have to imagine if he comes in, I don't want to say Punk's the type of guy that will walk in with hat in hand, but it's as close to that as you would get, right? It's like what we said with football, right, Pete? You would understand this. Before the season started, where I talked about I would bring Carson Wentz in as a backup. And the only reason I would do it if he came in and he knew, bro, you are not the starting quarterback here. You are not going to be.
You have to know your role.
You are starting quarterback. You have a significant role here if you accept it. But don't come in thinking your role is going to be bigger and that you're going to take over his job, because you're not. And I would think, too, this is an opportunity for him to stick it back to Tony and everybody in AEW now.
Right. On that, and then on set, it's something he's never done before. It's probably mend bridges, but also his ties. He never stopped the UFC shit after he left AEW. He's always had those ties. And I will go back to this. With Endeavor being now in control,
it's a game changer.
Because he know you have structure. He has something here that AEW. There's checks and balances here. There's structure.
Right. We talked about that a few weeks ago, and we talked about it. Exactly what you guys are talking about right now with the checks and balances and the structure. And there's an actual hierarchy in place, and there's a way of doing things, and there's a process of going from ring to backstage to ring to on the road to at home to all of it, and what happens week to week, day to day, and how TV is run.
Wow.
Yeah, like it literally. I'm on Twitter now. All I did was type the search. The number one trending it says he's back.
I mean, just.
No, I got a question for you guys, because my buddy Thomas, he back and forth messaging me saying, talk about CM Punk returning after a big face win, saying it taking the focus away. Do you all believe that it takes away the focus from this big win from Team Cody?
No,
because
it's completely separate.
But it's two totally different things. They had their moment. They had their moment in the ring. They got the spot. They got the pictures. They got everything. You gave me you gave me title card.
Okay.
So as soon as you gave me title card, there's a scrum happening right now.
We're worried about taking a moment away from a feud that's been going on for 7 months.
Right.
And for the record, it's not we.
Not we.
No, I'm saying
it's somebody that's
a generalized thing.
Okay, just making sure we're all on the same page.
No, we're worried about that. Like these guys had their moment.
Right.
Randy Orton had his moment in his return. Randy Orton had that massive moment with the RKO out of nowhere spot that we love to see. Guess what?
Okay.
This is a moment for everybody, whether you're on NXT, main event, or whatever it is. This is a moment for the WWE product.
Yeah, this is huge
moment.
And this is also this means more for if AEW felt as if they had a niche, if they felt as if they had a spot, if they felt as if they had their AEW hardcore fans who've always blasted AEW, this right now what WWE just did is said, hold my beer, take this and shove it up your ass, because the bridge works both ways.
Let me ask you a question.
And people didn't think that would happen.
Can I ask you a question? we're still technically looking for a home for Monday Night Raw, right?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Prices.
Yeah.
You see what the ratings look through when he shows up on Raw to cut a promo.
My God.
Oh my!
Through the roof.
Monday Night Raw this Monday Night Raw will be the highest rated Monday Night Raw of the year.
Where's it at?
Guaranteed.
No idea. Irrelevant.
Wow.
I wonder if they have him
It could
speak.
be in
And Trips
Info
has to
Hall.
speak on it tonight. He's going to speak on it tonight. He has to.
Yes,
we'll see if he talks on this. Gentlemen, I got to go. I only have 3% of my iPad. I didn't have it fully charged. That's why it took me so long to come on. But
no worries. We're going to get off here in a minute, too. So,
yeah.
Thank you, Chrome, for joining us, buddy. We don't want your iPad to die.
Awesome. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I got to experience that with you guys and with the fam out there on A2D Radio. You know, we weren't going to drop a clip.
Yeah,
great
moment. That clip.
Let's throw this out there. Let's do that clip now.
I've got the timestamp written down. I'll send it to you here in a little while.
Now.
I'll take that
now. God damn it.
The quote, and we'll do that. And then that might be a clip for the end of the year video. Let's see.
Oh, easily.
Anyway,
but all right.
Love you guys. Huge night tonight. Fun times to the ATD fam. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.
Peace.
Later, Chrome.
Wow, bro.
That was Michael Chromiak joining Pete Evans, Butters, and myself. I'm just gonna. I don't have anything else to say. I don't even have an ability to recap what just happened.
Just to get the press conference is leading in with Byron Saxton talking, and now they're replaying CM Punk coming out.
Yeah, Brothers has it on his phone right here.
Oh my God!
So what we're gonna normally we would do a breakdown. We would talk about it. That is not happening tonight. We're gonna get out of here. We want to thank Allen's Travel, Carlito's, Royal Billiards, Hats.com, Specialized Physical Therapy, all our sponsors. For Crone, for Pete, for Butters, I'm Rich. We're gonna get out of here. We want to go watch the scrum. Peace, love, and joy, guys. Until next time, we out. See you. Punk is back.